pressing the button. I forgot to
Oh,
tag
the
World of Alterra on
button.
the tweet, annoyingly.
All
Moment.
buttons are pushed.
Just real.
Mm.
This will be fine. I'm just gonna tag World of Alterra in my tweet because I forgot.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, we're alive.
There it is. Reply. Just put you in the replies. It's fine. I didn't forget.
Is anyone else currently on a big void screen instead of the starting screen?
I'm on the
Right.
ship screen.
I was on the ship screen.
Okay, I just need to.
Yeah, but I say, I'm on the screen that we left on when we were doing like who's here.
Yeah, I'm on the ship screen.
Yeah, weird.
I was checking earlier as well because of I was reading off the titles that Alvina has to somebody again.
So I just had the name tags for the dragons and the Dawn Riser and the Imperial unit, and that was it. Weird.
Weird, yeah.
Mm.
Do we have that as a screen, do we?
I thought it was some sort of fog of war thing Chris has set up, but
I mean, I usually
Just
get
for
that if
you.
my hardware acceleration crashes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it might be that
sounds
then.
like a hardware acceleration problem.
This is the fog of war thing Chris has set up.
Yeah.
That is a
black
lot
instead of
fog
blue, got
war.
it.
Yeah.
Can't see anything.
Such an extreme fog of war, even we can't see ourselves on the map.
Where are we?
One moment.
You're at the bottom now.
Okay.
There we
There
go.
we are.
It worked!
Woo.
If you know, you know. That's if anybody in the chat understands the reference I just posted. I take my hat off to you.
So, got anything to do with the coffee?
No, Black
No.
Sheep Wall was the cheat code in StarCraft 1 that got rid of the fog of war on the map.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it didn't work.
It was the map hack. No, we got rid of some of it because we're on the map now.
Not enough. We don't know what's going on.
It's fine.
Increase the font size.
We know there's spiders.
Yeah.
Oh, we hear at least scuttling things, so can be assumed bug.
Yeah. It's spider because I need to know for arachnophobia related stuff.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where the DM is just like, no, just spoil it. Trust me, just spoil it.
It's worth the check. It's worth the check.
You've given us the lore previously that the Arcanites had giant crystal spiders to help them.
Hmm.
I had to do
Well,
that
if
at the start of the campaign in Geddon.
I don't know if I ever
the-
gave you the lore. Previous characters that the players have played have encountered them.
I was say
Mhm.
I knew nothing about the Arcanites.
That was in a
Until
different
you
place
said
as
it.
well.
Is that
So-
either player was aware of them, no idea where from.
Either player I'm
you-
aware. Either player have them
Sammy!
with another character.
Yeah.
I have no idea
I-
what you're talking about. Crystal spiders are cool, so.
I housed them basically. Latin War basically
I
housed.
it's gonna be a land war, right?
Latin War basically says he'd help them. Never got round to doing the. I think any one shot to do any help for them, because I believe that one means we would be going into the abyss.
Yeah.
that
Upper
wasn't a
still
one-shot, that
lost
wasn't a-
there.
That was an idea for an entire campaign.
Maybe the next one. That can be our next one. Latin War and the rest of the party go into the abyss.
High level starting campaign.
Yeah. Well, considering I think Latin War was.
Level 18, wasn't it?
Yeah. Had his own personal army, copies of himself.
Yep. His
Also-
own floor in the right side towers.
But I can't use my character from that particular campaign because they're enjoying life now when they're not evil.
Yeah.
With their reincarnated sister from Peter.
Yeah. You went off to be.
To be a normal-ish person.
Emphasis on the ish.
Still level 18 like paladins. With some severe PTSD.
Alright, everything's set.
Who is he a
That was-
paladin of now? Don't know.
Don't know. That should be roughly me. With everything set up. Just need to finish up
Awesome.
some little map stuff. I'm going very simple map for this arc because I do not have the skills necessary to depict what I have in mind for this. So everything is going to be
Fair.
lots of
Good
brown.
to
but
know.
just assume a hunting lodge aesthetic inside a space station. And there you
Yeah,
go.
is it, we did say it's painted metal floors as well.
Yep, it's painted
Yes.
floors. If you just imagine that the Enterprise got a like one of those dream other alien blah 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 makeovers, like when they did the fantasy episode. But it's just Hunter Lodge attire.
Star Trek did the fantasy episode.
It was a fantasy episode, yeah.
A few of them, yeah.
And the joke was, oh, Star Trek
You know what?
episode is fantasy.
It's
Yeah,
sci-fi.
I also don't think it, because it wasn't TNG. It was what's the new one that follows? Strange New World. Strange New World.
It's the Pike one, yeah.
Yeah. Pike one's great. They really elevated the like storytelling on that. That's proper Star Trek.
Okay, should watch it then.
My cousin could tell you probably everything about it. She's a huge Star Trek fan. I've seen
But
some
y-
Star Trek.
I'm like the last season of TNG. I need to actually finish the last season.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can, because I've been wanting to actually get through all the later series.
Yeah, I get you.
All right. Shall we play some D&D?
Maybe.
Shall we
Yay.
use-
We should.
Shall we use
Yeah.
our voices to create an entire world of our own design?
Yeah.
We have to.
No chocolate
that's what-
factories.
I think that's what D&D.
Oh,
is.
we're gods. Yay.
Yeah, kinda. It's one person's world and we ruin it. I think it's usually what D&D is, right?
Well, we
I don't
might be
know.
fighting with someone who had a god complex.
I'm not that bad, Jesus.
Not you. Tony King.
Yeah, if anything, you
I
create
also
this
was
world yourselves and
100%
then you destroy it.
expecting Ben to say I'm not that bad.
Put a little thing here. Little... where the
And
window
I know
was.
Alvina has a complex of trying to be a god.
She doesn't have a god complex.
I mean, I would have said it, but I was putting the dog out the back, so.
Ah! Damn, so close.
Alvina's got a something else complex.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is, but whatever.
A problem. Alvina has issues. Issues, I think is what Alvina has.
Yeah, you.
Serious.
Alvina, if was a YouTuber, would totally be a mukbang channel.
Also, by the way, to anybody who is very good at listening, yeah, we have a Neil back.
Yay.
Yeah.
We actually have Lou Grimm has returned. They are not dead,
No.
and we decided
Nope.
to switch our rescue from Lou to Gwent. Gwent's staying back on the ship for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're definitely the right one to come rescue us because they got all the heals.
They got all the heal. Riding in as a brown horse.
Who knows? Who knows?
Of course, Gwent.
Well, also for note, this is gonna be a slightly more relaxed. Well, I said relaxed. It's gonna be a more relaxed, slightly slower, more exploratory arc because I want to do effectively some more spooky psychological horror instead of just outright combat.
We just started a Pathfinder campaign. That's the entire vibe of as well.
Because I need to get prepped because I'm gonna run some Call of Cthulhu games later in the month. So might as well start with you guys.
Hell yeah. We have the test bed.
Sure. We're the crash test dummies.
Let's see if I still remember how to build an ambience. Ambiance. At least an ambience that is
Somebody
simultaneous.
say ambulance?
No, no, we don't want an ambulance, Neil.
At least one that is both simultaneously a little spooky, while also allowing for a lot of shit posting, because there's just no way to not do that with the people I play with.
Yeah.
Whether it's you guys or other people.
Mhm.
Who knows?
So what you saying?
Yeah. Alrighty, let's do a quick voice check. You can all remind people, and also, I guess, remind Neil, even though they said they have watched the thing, of what the hell you're doing. What is this large wooden interior that has a bar and tables and etc. that I haven't drawn in yet? Alvina, say hi.
Howdy, I'm Fubane, who plays Alvina Alanor, the problem child of the group. Or one of them, at least.
Definitely one.
We are currently in a place that is a little outpost, I believe it was, right?
It's an astral station. It's used as a launch,
Astral
as a.
That
Well, it's an astral. Yeah, it's essentially just a space station used by a hunter.
Yeah.
Hunting society.
Yeah, hunting society that has to honor a port to the Oni King somewhere in it, so that Alvina can join a cult, basically. Because it sounded like fun. Why not?
Fair is fair. Zormir.
Hi, I'm Bob. I play Dr. Zormir. We have been brung on this mission by this guy here. He is the one who has convinced Alvina to go out there and
Join the cult.
find the thing and join the cult.
Gold.
Lou, you need to work on making sure they're not indoctrinated in a cult. You know, you can recognize these signs. That'll be me.
All right, fuck you.
I'm Ben. I play Fuck You, the Immortal Goblin Bard. Fuck You might know what's happening. Ben is wandering into this with Gandalf's I have no memory of this place.
Use your nose.
Space station, fuck up the Oni King so that Alvina can get shinies.
Bet.
It's probably all we told. Fuck you.
That makes sense. That makes sense. We'll come back to Lou in a second. Starpoint first contact with a big spider.
Yeah, we're here because Alvina said there was a quest and someone needed help here. We weren't told why.
I told you the Oni King was here.
Yeah, that too. And potentially
I did say that.
Void Prime is here somewhere.
Yeah.
Or
We
was
assume-
here.
We
Issue.
assume. We have no idea on that one.
Either way, it appears to be running on non-Arcanite tech, and that's quite fun. So, at least it was from the outside. That's what I've got.
Pretty much.
Also,
By giant
I've got
space hamsters.
yes, I forgot to mention in the recap last week. Death asked me to make a death gun that kills ghosts,
Yeah.
just in
all
case we
forgot
need to
about
remember
apart
that.
from point.
Yeah,
I was waiting for somebody to say it. Nobody
I
did.
forgot about it. I completely
Yeah.
forgot. I wasn't dead at the time.
so right at the start, I was ready to bring it up in the initial recap, and then we just did a whole session of recap, and I forgot.
There.
Yep.
Anyway, Point Bot currently has that gun built into him. Still missing some bits, but yeah.
And Lugrim, welcome back. Do you have any questions about what the hell it is we're doing this week?
I think I'm pretty much up to speed as far as this party goes anyway. It's like, what are we up to? Who the fuck knows?
Nobody knows.
We're in
including
the
person that
building.
brought us on- Nobody knows, including the person that brought us on the quest.
We're in the building.
Especially
we know who
the
sent us
person.
here. We're in the building. Alvina says we need to go here.
Yeah, that was about as much info you got. The Oni King's there, so we've got more reason to go here.
Okay, let's finish this guy off.
Also, I believe we talked to the NPCs back on the Firestar, and they agreed. Yeah, getting it up and running again is probably a good idea, right?
Mhm.
Because it is
Ah.
a
Yes, it's good for the economy. Great
station.
jobs.
Yeah, great job.
It gives us a
It'll
waypoint
put-
between places.
And it'll get some of the paladins that are in town into doing something useful.
I mean, they've already got plenty of useful things. I actually don't remember if you talked to the crew about this.
We talked to Millie about it, at least. Because she actually went, that's the most coherent thing I've ever heard you say.
And that's fair.
Hacked.
Because the rebellion aren't antagonistic towards the mercenaries. Like, they have tried to recruit them in the past. But the members of the Wreckingforge Society are inherently chaotic and lone wolves by nature and don't like working for organizations.
Don't play well with others, yeah.
Don't play well with others. So occasionally, like, they will take a deal, but normally only if the rebellion puts up a large financial incentive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, they're not going to say no to having their hired mercenaries available again.
Yeah, having them and maybe owing them a favor because they helped them out, right? Kind of thing, right? It's not a bad idea.
Well, technically, you're helping them out, and you'll have the favor, so that's up to you.
I don't
But,
know what to
yes.
do with this. Here, you
We're
have
only
it.
slightly loose cannons.
Lightly loose.
Yeah. I think Gwent's cannon is still attached.
No, he's holding it.
Oh, yeah,
He's
it's kind of loose.
holding it. It's not
Yeah.
attached.
With all 6 of his limbs.
He's actually got a cannon, remember?
Yeah.
He's got that, like, elemental cannon weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe put him.
There's a loose screw. It's army reattached.
True. And I am Chris. I will be your DM for this evening.
I mean, we can get for an introduction eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
20 minutes.
Yeah, to be fair, like I said, this is going to be a more relaxed, slow-paced arc anyway.
Yeah.
But yes, you find yourself having managed to break through an exterior window into the interior of the now dormant, or what appears to be inactive, except for the defenses, astral station known as the Wreckingforge Station. You find yourself in what appears to be a large lodge. Shit, I had a word for this. I'm just imagining 10 Forward from Star Trek. That's all I'm imagining here. But made of wood. Either way, there's a large bar, or what is very evidently a large bar in the back right of the room. You can see there are still several bottles with liquids intact, as well as several other broken here and there. There's turned over tables and chairs in the corner around the bar and leading towards what appears to be the only exit to the room on the left. Other than that, the rest of the room is relatively unscathed by any form of conflict. Looks like there might have been a scuffle here, or maybe a rush out. It's hard to tell if it was a fight that went on in here, or just a panic fleeing that went on in here. What would you like to do?
Alvina's actually going to hop the bar because she's going to look for 2 things, most notably. The first one is anything edible, because this is Alvina. And the second one, Alvina's probably been to at least one or... She's definitely been to a bunch of taverns before.
Ooh.
And she usually knows that in most taverns, there's like it's a barman's friend behind the counter.
Mhm.
She wants to check if that's still there. It's usually like a club type thing. So if it's a fight, that probably isn't there. If it was
Well,
everyone
give
round,
me...
that's a bit...
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Or it could just be a civilized bar.
Nah,
No,
I don't
literally,
care.
nearly every bar has them, even the really civilized ones.
Yeah,
Alvina's not good at investigation, so she will try. That's a 9.
So I'm searching back here for snacks, and also seeing if there's like a way down to a cellar or a secret exit from behind the bar.
Good shout.
I'm gonna start investigating to see exactly what might have going on, or where most people went, what direction people mostly went.
Thank you, Boyd.
Okay.
This is gonna sound so bad, but I'm gonna be grabbing the full bottles of alcohol.
No,
What
that's
the
fine.
heck
Yeah.
on it?
Go on.
Alvina doesn't have alcoholic beverages. Well, she does, but she just makes them non-alcoholic by how she drinks them, but still.
Point doesn't drink unless he's under a curse that causes him to drink everything.
And Zormir, well, let's not go there.
Roll the 3.
Wait, is there any orange fizz back here?
Oh no. Orange
Well,
fizz.
there might be. If there is any, you found it.
So if there is, I'm grabbing it and hiding it from Zorma.
Might have sniffed it with that roll that I got. I rolled a
Did it not
3.
roll?
Alright,
Go.
does anybody else want to do anything? I'll just go around the group once everybody's finished rolling.
Also, Bob, your roll has not come up in the chat. Just a heads up.
Alright,
I
I
think might be
roll.
muted.
Hmm?
Can you
I was
not
gonna
hear me?
say, I was saying my mic is muted. Fuck you would
Oh,
go behind the
okay.
bar as well to steal alcohol.
I rolled a
Lou
3,
and Fuck
got
You are
11.
just looting.
I've got a +8 from my investigation. I rolled a 3. Unless you want me to do a flash roll here.
That's up to you.
I'm just letting you know because I'm assuming your what's it called? Your beyond is not connecting.
There you go.
Better than a 3.
Okay, let's go down the line. A 9 for investigation. Alvina, as you jump across the bar and you're looking under it, you notice two things. The first of which is that there's a couple boxes just kind of being knocked off. It looks like they had some form of just kind of blank receipt paper in it that's kind of semi-unscrolled across the floor. As well as a couple glasses have been knocked to the far left, or maybe not that far left, but like to the left, and there's broken glass on it. In between those two, there's just an empty space. But other than that, you look around, you don't see any sort of weapon or anything you'd recognize as a weapon.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was a fight by the look of it then. So I'm just gonna say, basically.
The point you're looking for snacks to distract a big spider. You still
Uh,
occasionally
Snacks and potentially any way down to like a wine cellar or back room from back here.
yeah. You still occasionally, as a group, hear the occasional echo of this glass like spindly limbs on metal.
Yeah.
Just echoing through the ship, through the air ducts and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The point as you look around, there doesn't seem to be anything you recognize as potentially a hidden door or a secret exit. There's no seams in the walls that would allow you passage. You do notice that while there is that large space that Alvina is currently looking at, there's a second space on the very far left of the bar underneath it, where you can see the outline, or a very faint outline, because it's not particularly prominent, of what looks to be kind of like a dust line around a large, or around a reasonably sized box shape on one of the lower shelves. It looks like something that would normally never be moved has been moved. And has been taken from that spot.
Approximately weapon sized, moderately sized, or
No, like I
anything
said,
else?
like a rectangular box was there, kind of
Little
Somebody didn't like the music on the jukebox.
yeah, maybe like 2 hands widths. You know,
Okay.
so
Okay.
Little cash register.
little
size
cash box effectively, or
Ah, okay.
at least that size. Not enough for. Well, I mean, it could be enough to have like a revolver in there. But
So I was thinking,
not big enough
a
for a
sword
sword.
would go in a rectangular box. So would a cash box.
But a cash box sized, slightly larger than a regular cash box because you have to hold it with 2 hands, but like a large cash box.
I just like wave my hand over it just in case it's invisible.
Yeah, you do so. Nothing happens.
Okay.
You're, ow.
It's also
And just-
ethereal.
And just goes straight through it. So yes, there's no exit to this room, because space hunters didn't think they'd need one.
It's entirely fair. It's worth checking.
You know? You don't really want to build a lot of secret exits and entrances into a space or into an astral station. It's how you end up getting astral phenomenon leaks.
Mhm.
Um, I would actually give a -1 warding check to that.
Ooh, makes sense. Makes sense.
So don't put holes in your ship.
Don't blow it
Makes-
holes in my ship.
Makes it harder to secure the ship against strange psychic energies.
Okay. I've got it working again.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. On that point, you do notice there are several They haven't invented plastic. What else would this be?
Little tinfoil bags.
They have little tinfoil bags of what appears to be processed food.
Pork scratchings.
Just grabbing all of those.
Hell yeah.
As well as like additional like a little bundle of like tied together piece of string, a little bundle of carrot sticks, and a variety of other little snack food in here.
That's
So
a
you
lot.
do find some snacks.
Alvina can have the carrot sticks.
Thank you.
Let's have a look
Already gone.
here.
They're already gone.
How old are the carrot sticks?
God.
Okay. They're 11 weeks old. So that's
Pretty
just
old.
over, that's 2.5 months.
They're probably
Uh,
not quite squishy, but they're not.
Not far off.
They're not far off.
So remember, should line up to when you were, just after you were doing only stuff. I think you've been here like 3 months now. I don't know. Not actually.
Bit more than that, but that's assuming travel time and stuff as well for it. So yeah.
Yeah, when you take rush hour into consideration.
And Void Prime might have just been punching the Only King for a while.
Exactly. Yeah, he might have been going around.
That's what I was gonna say. The only king doesn't show up immediately, so I want there to be a little bit of wait time, but I'm not really bothered if it's like he showed up 2 weeks after, or 3 weeks after.
Yeah,
It's irrelevant to the story.
Yeah, it's an amount of time.
So to anybody watching this in the future who's trying to construct the timeline of this story, just put in whatever. Don't take my word for it. I'm an unreliable narrator. Put in whatever makes canonical sense.
Do
Adjust the
your own
numbers
math.
so they work.
There are
Your
actual
own
phenomena that mess with time. We've been to the future already.
Yeah,
That is
we've
true.
already been to the future.
And there's a reason.
Actually.
There's a reason they call it number crunching.
Yeah.
You gotta make those numbers fit.
Make those numbers fit.
Brute.
All right. Zormir, remind me what you were doing.
I was checking to see what way most people left and if what was actually going
Okay.
on, basically.
Was that a 12 or what was your score?
11
got
was
two
the
here.
actual- The original roll was 11
Plus, like altogether, or?
total.
That's all
They're all the
together.
three.
'Cause
They're all the
I rolled a
three.
3 and I got a +8.
Okay. It was definitely in like a linear area around the bar. And it definitely connects between like the bar and this hallway you see protruding from the bar area. Whether or not it was people coming into the bar or out of the bar, you cannot determine with that check.
Too much foot traffic, or not discernible enough foot traffic for my eyes right now.
Yeah, and also the tables have been knocked both ways, so there's contradictory information.
I could try a tracking check if you like me to.
I
Have a look
can't
at it.
tell if they were coming or going.
I could have a glance at it if you're alright.
Go for it.
Because I've got survival, which is tracking usually, right? So,
Yeah, that's fine. You can do survival check for this as well. Investigation or
17.
survival.
17.
17? Okay. You get down and pay a little bit more attention. And I'm assuming Alvina is very physical when they are doing survival check.
I'm 100% imagining
Out my
like, just gone
way.
down, but like what was her name from freaking the Madagascar movie, the crazy animal control lady? She like just goes down all fours and snips the ground, that kind of imagining.
Okay, yeah. So you notice something that Zormir does not, which is the little pools of sticky dried alcohol. that is on the floor, and you actually, like, as you're moving your hands over it, you notice that it's actually in the shape of effectively footprints. It looks like somebody stepped in alcohol and was tracking alcohol across the floor. And just from the level of substance left behind, as it seems to diminish over time, just from alcohol being left behind, you notice that the footsteps are going to the corridor.
Okay. Yeah,
So it looks like
someone was exiting in a bit of a hurry. Right.
it actually looks like there was a couple. Well, there's one main set that actually got the alcohol on it, but given the direction of the footprints themselves, it doesn't go near a couple of the tables that have tipped over, so suggesting there was something, either other people or a creature, also causing a mess.
Yeah. This isn't what caused the big the ruckus over there, but there's definitely a lot of people getting in a good way to leave. So there'll be a few people in here.
How big's the strides? So that could be an indication of
How fast the
fast the person was moving.
They're quite long strides. They were definitely running in
I
in
mean,
your
it could
opinion.
also just mean the way they were tall, take big strides, but
It's still a good check though. isn't it?
going
Yeah,
on the assumption that
either
they were running.
Either they're very lanky or they're legging it. Is what Alvina will say.
This is where Alvina sounds smartest on the tracking. Oh, yeah, the stride pattern was like this, and this is the
Alvina just
right
is
here,
exactly
and
very, very clinical. It's like, what the fuck?
All right, and I believe Lu and Fukyu were stealing alcohol.
Looting.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it more of as acquiring alcohol
Salvaging.
slide a
for
bottle
spell
over at
reasons.
slide a bottle over at the big guy.
As the big guy comes over, he seems to be giving the two of you daggers, and looking at
thank
you with a
very much.
disapproving
Always need
glare.
more daggers.
Hey.
Oh no.
You've been hanging out with Alvina too long.
And are you planning to pay for that?
What do you mean pay?
Well, last I checked, everything in this station belonged to the Wreckingforge Society.
Well, it doesn't
You
anybody
want-
belongs to me.
Stealing it, are you?
It does now.
Oh
Fuck you's gonna say no with deception.
It's gonna be a really high DC since you're literally doing it in front of him, but go for it.
That's fine.
He's gonna try and logic him round.
That's 33.
Oh shit!
What?
Well, I'll assume you have a plan that is greater than the cost of it.
I
Very
imagine
well,
fuck
I'll-
you just literally standing in front of him, like putting bottles into his bag of holding, going, "Oh no, I'm totally not stealing these. I'm definitely not stealing these."
Very well, I'll see how this unfolds before I make my final decision. But I am going to note it down, Alvi.
What?
After all, your party reflects who you are.
Oh shit.
I assure you we don't. Wait, hang on.
You reflect everything, you damn. like
Uh,
Only
Joe.
the trim.
I'm guessing the goblin's stealing.
No,
Don't
they seem
take
to have a
too much.
plan.
To be honest-
Lu and Fukyu,
Mhm.
roll me 2d4 each.
I also love, by the way, that the point did get called out
Four.
for the snacks.
Yeah, no, they're just snacks. They're like a quid each.
To
Not
be
a
fair, it's
drink.
the expensive
That's top
alcohol,
shelf.
probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Both of you roll me a d200 for each number you got there. So Fukyu, roll me 2 d200s. And Lu, I'm just gonna roll
Or-
yours for you
Okay.
because it's just easier if I just do the dice.
Yeah.
And it's random either. Oh my god, you got a 1 on one of them. Congrats, you have Ultra Divine Intervention.
Critical.
122 and 12.
Well.
Well.
Alright, the first one that you find, because I do have literally a list here of D&D alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, I've used that chart before.
Fuku, you find what appears to be a very pungent green wine, or alcohol in a glass, effectively wine bottle. As you look over it, it has a large green dragon on the label. And there is a little skull and crossbone warning on it. Do you speak Draconic?
You know somebody does.
Or
You
more
do
importantly,
know
do you read Draconic?
No.
Well, it says something there in some runes just beneath the cross and bones. Who knows? Who knows?
Cool.
You know Alvina speaks it if all else fails, if you want to check.
No, if all else fails, he knows Glue has comprehend languages.
You don't need to, I literally speak Draconic!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If all else fails.
Yeah.
I mean,
As in, Alvina is unable to do it for whatever reason.
yeah, I mean, Alvina was learning how to speak it, not necessarily read it.
She was doing a lot of it from books, remember? So she
Fair
probably
enough,
figured
okay,
it out. Because we couldn't
There's only
find
so
the
much you
tutor,
can learn
remember?
from pictures.
We couldn't she can read! It's like translation books! She's not illiterate!
Are you sure?
Mostly.
Mostly. Second.
She's
thinking
extremely
about it.
literate, apparently!
Crit with an 18.
Wow.
Look, okay?
That's literally the best roll you could get.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice,
Apparently,
Marks.
Alvina read a lot. It was the dragon that raised her. She didn't get a choice.
Yeah. She's like, you are learning this. You tutored me.
Is Alvina is weirdly good at reading draconic alcohol bottles. Take
There were
for that
so
what you
many
will.
empty.
Yeah,
empty
she's
ones
not
lying
known
around.
to drink it.
But Fuku, you also find a more squarish glass casing bottle, Chris. It's bottle. That's the word you keep looking for. Bottle.
Mhm.
You could say decanter if you want to.
I mean,
special
it could
as
be in a
well.
glass case.
do want to say decanter. I forgot decanter. You'll find a more square decanter. It has a swirl of a light, watered down purple liquid in it, and inside are several large flower petals floating amongst the liquid. Their petals are a slightly deeper purple.
Flower hinted purple worm poison.
Is there any labels?
Is
Is there any
Might be,
labels on this one?
It might be. Actually, it was watered down. It might be.
Yes, this one is in Elfish, but there is just a picture of the flower on it, and then all the actual wording as you encounter is in Elvish, because they import these from everywhere.
Do you speak Elvish?
You're going to see Alvina,
Yeah.
the non-drinker, to find out about all the drink. The one with the sobriety glass. Alvina, please translate it for her.
I look across the bar at what I'm being shown. What does it say? Because he's well within my eyesight.
Both or just the purple one?
I
Yeah,
imagine
what do they
fuck
hold?
you's just holding both of them up, going, Alvina, what's it say?
Yeah.
So the first one's called Green Draconic Ale. And it the warning label on it says incredibly strong. Beware.
Dormir.
And probably has some fantasy equivalent of it effectively being moonshine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dragon made moonshine.
And yeah, it's there's a little bit about it of how it was bartered from a retired young dragon who decided to go work for the Monstro Guild and start up his own ailing business. and they managed to pick up a bottle when undercover, or I say undercover, doing covert trading, because they effectively disguise themselves as monsters whenever they need to trade.
Yeah, makes sense.
When they were last in Mines Expanse.
Yeah.
Um, the the next one is Lily in a Well.
Mm-hmm.
And the as you read the label, it says the lily wellflower is is considered a delicacy in the jungles of Azel.
Oh, that's the snake place, isn't it?
Yes. And they actually managed to discover this while exploring the jungles on a mission, and found a secret coven of elven hags.
Elven hag.
Okay, we already found a hag who's likely a gardener, so
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie, I was so worried what you were about to say there.
we
I've
basically
already got an elven hag. Glares back.
no, we've already bumped into one who does gardening, so it's not that big a surprise.
But it's effectively a deep berry wine.
This was a secret
Purple.
coven.
Purple berry wine.
Purple
Um,
berry wine, it's fine.
yeah, because the snake empires and kingdoms tend to rule the place. This was a basically a refuge for a secret like mini community.
Yeah, little hag coven with
Definitely
people.
not a cult.
Definitely not a cult, not in any way.
Definitely not a cult.
But yeah, Albino will have read them off, basically. And the
Another.
extra bits, that was really cool.
Yeah. And Lou found 4 because Lou just went up and just like took a bundle off them while
Just off a
Fuku
shelf,
was.
a whole shelf.
That one.
Yeah,
that one,
Fuku
and
went
that
for like
one.
the top end stuff, and Lou just like went to whatever's left in the corner. Was like, yoink.
Yeah. Lou likes the cheap shit booze.
Gee.
Hey, Lou's not going to drink it. It's material components.
Somehow
You
the
got a
shortest
one.
character got the top shelf booze.
Of course you did, you can climb.
You're spry, you'll climb.
Yeah. You immediately did it. You backflipped under the table, I imagine, scaled up.
I wouldn't be surprised if you just tried to use an attack to warp yourself up there. Kill the bug up at the top. Just to get up there quicker.
Eowyn's tried to teleport next to a bug to get the top shelf booze down.
Now, as a DM, I now have to make the decision of does Mordenkainen exist in this universe, and/or is there an appropriate equivalent?
Normankind!
Armankind.
Normankind.
Yeah, because you said Mortonkind.
Yes, Normankind.
Normankind.
It's Normankind. It's Normankind.
The kind version of Norman.
Is it any relation to the Norman we know, or?
No,
No,
it's
that's
just the
not-
same first name. Absolute coincidence, same first name. Norman of the Kind family.
Well, it's 2 words.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea. It's just Mordenkainen.
You can call him Norman. You can call
Wait,
him if you want. Yeah, well,
Normankind.
I just made it up for the spot.
I mean, Morgankind is also an option.
Morgankind would also be a good one.
As long as it's not Morbin time.
Morgankinden.
It's Morbin time.
Because this is also alliteration. We now need to. It's a good word that starts with K.
Okay.
Yeah. What's like an alcoholic thing that starts with K?
No, that's not alcoholic. I was going to say kombucha.
Kahula? Kula?
One moment. Alcohol beginning with
For a cow, but
K.
spelt wrong.
Kahlua. Kahlua is the
Kahlua, yeah.
coffee bean liqueur.
Kahlua?
Kahlua.
K-A-L-U with a mark over top. I don't actually know what that mark is.
I think it's an echelon.
It's this. I'll copy paste it into the chat. Yeah. I've heard of this one. My sister likes it, I think. Well,
Interesting.
But there's also Copperborg. If we're staying with the fruity stuff.
One second, just gotta update the notes here. All right, apparently it's Kane's Killer Kalula.
Kahlua.
Kalua.
Yeah.
Let me just replace all of this.
No, it's triple K. Or is it King with a C?
You're right, it is triple K. Can't do that.
No.
Unless you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
unless you have Kane
Shit.
It's
CAIN.
kind. It's kind spelt with a C.
Destroys alliteration as well.
The name. Alcohol beginning with C.
Cognac.
Actually, cognac's a decent one.
Cognac.
Cognac.
Yeah.
Don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
C-O-N.
spelled weird.
C-O-N.
I think it's cognac.
GNAC.
Cognac,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
is. I knew it had a weird spelling.
C-O-G-N-A-C, yeah.
Yeah. I-
Weirdly
that's
enough,
why I
that
knew
one that one I know. I don't know why.
It's one of those ones. It's stuck in the brain that it's weirdly spelt to me as well. So it's like, I don't know how it's spelled, but I know it's weird.
It's in a lot of films and
Oh, it's a red
shows.
dwarf, isn't it? Actually,
Possibly.
I think they called it cognac in Red Dwarf.
Mm.
That wouldn't surprise me.
That's why I was like, that's ringing a bell somewhere in here.
All right. Kane's cool cognac.
Cognac.
Yeah.
As you're examining the ball, I'm assuming Louis just put them down on the actual counter to show everyone.
Yeah,
Um,
why not?
This one is written in common. And you notice from whatever the fancy equivalent is of alcohol percentages, since there's not like fucking
What is
regulators
proof?
or anything.
What is
Yeah.
proof?
What is proof in this world?
No, it's been done in the dwarven standard. If the dwarf is still
Uh,
standing,
yeah.
it's okay. If the dwarf's on his arse, it's it's bad for you.
By the one from by the warning label on the dragon one, I think the dwarf's dead.
the dwarf is running in fear.
And see, this makes
The
sense
elf
for where either you have like a prominent dwarven kingdom that exports a lot of alcohol, or a cosmopolitan mix with dwarves in it. But in this wild frontier where there aren't official organizations or governments or anything of that nature, and it's all just anarchy. I don't think anybody puts labels on anything.
It has the notions of X's on it on how many people it
Actually-
killed
To be honest, I can imagine the labels.
drinking it.
I can imagine the labels being on giant stuff of all things, or if it's from the Senate. I can't remember the name of the actual kingdom.
Yeah, the Ethereal Republic.
The Republic, yeah. If it's
Uh,
Republic or from the Giants, I imagine it might have labels on. The others probably not.
Oh yeah, like if it comes from one of the kingdoms, sure. Or even
Yeah.
like a large enough solo distillery that works with the Monstro Guild or something.
Yeah.
So that makes sense for like the green draconic ale and stuff. But Lily in the Wall is a local delicacy.
It's an IPA.
Local beverage.
Yeah, so like it barely has a label on it. It's literally just a in fact, it's actually just got the name on it, and then somebody's like handwritten the story on it in pen or quill.
It's still a pen, right?
Alterra, Hell's Bells.
That's fair. That's fair.
Could have even etched it.
Kain's Cool Cognac, on the other hand, is entirely done in what looks to be crayon or some form of chalk-like substance. They've
More
literally
screen here.
just they've just like wrapped a piece of paper around it, and they've drawn or attempted to, in the best quality they could, to do their own branding and logo and everything. And you can only
Good for them.
yeah, you can good for them. And you're not quite sure what the icon or the logo is supposed to be, but it's like some sort of very strange-looking smiley-esque face with like what appears to be a thumbs up next to it, but it's so crudely and badly drawn that it's hard to tell if that's supposed to be the intent, and if so, it's terrible.
It's an angry man, I think, with a knife.
But I'm just gonna assume that you're actually just gonna like pop the cork and smell it to determine alcohol variety, because you're all that experienced with alcohol at this point.
Yeah, I
Two
want to make sure it's
Two
alcohol
non-drinkers in
because,
the
as I
robot
say,
with no nose.
I don't
it's
want
not
the
for
chat.
drinking, it's material components.
I don't want the child's drink. I don't want the child's sippy cup. I want the real stuff.
But a quick sniff of it does indicate that it's got an incredibly low alcohol percentage in it. So whatever it is, it's definitely like baby's first cognac. Cognac. But for the other ones, as we skip all the way to 148,
178. Wasn't that 148 that one?
178.
no, that one was one because I start at the bottom of the list.
Oh, that one was one. Okay.
And then I go up. It's just easier.
Right.
Fair.
So you went one back to the 148.
Holy shit.
What?
Okay.
What did you
That one's
find?
quite extreme.
I'm about to say, it's
Interesting.
higher than the dragon one. I've got a strange feeling if I get stronger, the higher up the number is.
I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure it's random. Then maybe it could. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to like really use this much. Okay, this one has a different aura to it. It actually appears to be two like long glass containers bundled together. One of them has a deep cherry pinkish red color to it, and the other has this azure blue, or actually more like a cerulean light blue.
He's
Okay.
found He's either found the test tube shots or the Jaeger bombs.
I think you found the
Potentially.
bomb.
But they're strapped together with a like little mini leather belt, and on
This
the
is what goes in bombs. They mix together and they go boom.
but on the little like stamp on the front of the belt, there is a recognizable religious icon of Romeos on it.
Boy, this one's
and-
yours.
Yep. Give it to the robot.
As the point, you do pick up some celestial energy coming off this drink.
Smells like angels.
What's it called? The romantic
It's the
entanglement?
tears of angels.
There is no name on it. Only the religious symbol of Romeos.
Well, we're naming it now. It's the romantic entanglement.
Clearly, it's sex on the beach. Like,
That's a cocktail point.
yeah. That's why there's two tubes.
Sex in space.
As I try and find PointBot's token to just throw in there. There he is.
Sex on the
Bring
beach.
in the point bar.
There's
He's
PointBot.
tiny.
He's tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah, I'm giving it to PointBot.
Sex on the roid.
Pointbot just nods his head and takes it, put it in his little like chest compartment.
Yep, exactly.
I don't know how Pointbot's physiology works.
Yep, it's hollow in there. You look after that, bud.
I'm concerned.
No, that's concerned. 178. Here we come.
Uranium.
It's slightly glowy liquid. Yep, he found uranium.
Liquid uranium.
Liquid uranium. This one is in a effectively like a large metal
It's always a
flask.
good sign. It's always a good sign.
Yep.
Metal decanter, that's what I was thinking of, but effectively just a kind of more bulky flask.
Yeah.
That is
Big hit flask.
the flask itself appears to be made out of iron or something, but the actual like lip of it and the lid appears to be made of bronze.
Ooh.
And not embezzled, emboldened?
Embezzled.
Embezzled?
Embossed on it. I'm assuming.
Embossed on the...
I mean, there could have been some embezzlement going on.
That's fair, that's fair.
Start.
Embossed on it is the outline of a dwarvish face with 3 braided beard coming off it, and it's quite minimalistic. It's only got like the large hair and the little like outlines rather than a full face.
Yeah.
It's from the Ghost Forge place with the drinking game from Melig.
Possibly.
Oh, this one looks like it's another one of mine.
And underneath the image, also embossed, it says Brazen Brew.
I've heard of that. Why have I heard of that?
Other than that, there is
That's
nothing else
going
written on
in
this.
my bag.
Yoink.
Brazen Brew.
Shit, no. I was gonna say, would being brought up by as a dwarf tell me anything about this? It was a different universe. It's
That's what
no.
I'm like going, would I know any of these? And were they on like my parents' shelves? I was like, there's no sense in hell that I know any
Yeah.
of these. There might be different, there might not be the same manufacturers. So definitely not.
No. Like, if you have a drink of it, you might be able to like kind of like think of like
Conjecture.
connect it to a drink of like, oh, it's kind of like that, and kind of work out maybe what's in it.
Yeah.
But you do unfortunately not know the very universe-specific history and lore of a particular group that definitely is not identical to any group that came out under vastly different circumstances.
Exactly.
Conversion devolution. Dwarves always make ale.
Dwarves always turn to crabs.
And the last one you find is a much larger effectively shot or test tube. And this one appears to have a green jelly inside it.
Slime. Slime in a jar.
It's a jelly shop.
Jelly shot.
Yeah.
And it has like a little strip of paper on it that just says Orker Jelly Ale.
Ochre jelly. Look.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Ochre Jelly.
Because ochre jelly is, I know ochre things.
What is Ochre Jelly?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently it's a color.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
let
not
me
orange.
just correct that. A orange jelly.
Yeah, I was about to say ochre's like orange, I think. So.
Yeah, it's like a burnt orange sort of colour.
Oh, 'cause yeah.
I remember looking up ochre because one, it's an eye color, and two, it was in a book series. It was like ochre's like a thing that you get painted on to people. Like it was in the Torah. Can't remember the
I just assumed it was
What
named
was it?
after
Orca
the monster. I didn't realize the monster was named after the color.
Yeah, it's the color is named after the like thing. Like it's a plant, I think. Or something you can make into a paint.
I thought it was like a type of dirt ochre.
It's something like that.
Yeah, it's clay earth.
It's
knows?
I know I first came across it in the freaking Chronicles of Ancient Darkness books, but it's like
For those who don't know, Ochre Jelly is just a slime.
But yeah, you've finished looting the room, much to the disapproval of the guy who's marking me for.
As you're all going about this, you notice that Jones is off to the side of the room attempting to jump up and sniff the air around the wall.
That's what they
Uh, And Abigail is actually just like picking up tables and putting them back upright.
I'm not surprised.
Fair enough. Nice to be nice.
Any glance to her, she'll just kind of like sheepishly like, might as well make the place look.
I mean, you're just gonna give her a bit of a smile and just say, yeah, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
get it.
I'll help out with the tables over here and kind of indicate to Point Bot to give Jones a leg up.
Oh,
Alvina's going
thanks.
to go and.
Thanks, buddy.
Alvina's going to go and.
Point Bot would give finger guns, but is currently giving Jones a leg up, so can't.
So
Alvina's
just a
gonna
wink instead.
glance
Yep.
down this corridor, basically. She's mostly staying hidden, but just gonna peek down the corridor with one of her eyes.
We'll get to you in a second.
As
Jones.
bad as say, like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Abstract.
Yeah. I have an idea. Who knows what I'm
Brazen
looking at.
Brewing Company.
Yeah, I found that.
Apparently exists. That's
I'm
why.
not surprised.
It's in Canada, of course it is.
And it's very Viking.
Canadian
Winnipeg.
dwarves.
But what was I doing? Oh yes, Jones succeeds on the leg up and doesn't lose his balance. Is able to get the hoist up. And you notice that he's actually aiming towards what appears to be a ventilation chute
Shaft.
in the
Yep.
shaft in the top of the wall. that
That's
he's
what I
trying to
assume.
sniff around. He'll do that in a second. Otherwise, Alvina is staring down the corridor, and for those who can't see the map, there's just a bunch of blue squares. Don't worry about it. It's very abstract. You're not missing anything. But you notice what appears to be effectively what almost looks like crystal webbing along the corridor. But instead of just being webbing, there's also like little plate sections or little glass sections, as if some of the webbing like triangles have been filled in. So there is just this very strange art installation blocking the corridor.
Hey, what's Albina wouldn't have gone. The Wreckingforge guy, I can't remember his name.
Kit.
Hey, Kit. Do the Wreckingforge tend to keep spiders of any type?
No, occasionally we do house captured prey if we're doing bounty hunting missions or other paid work. So it's possible someone was attempting to capture and store for transport a spider, but we do not keep them as a matter of policy or routine.
Okay.
We have a cargo storage particularly specialized for habitation, shall we say.
Yeah.
That they would be kept in.
Okay.
We have
so
plans to
something's-
Zormir.
So it's probably a bit damaged, would be my guess, then.
Well, hopefully not. We can contain quite dangerous creatures down there, and it's got some of the highest security in the station. If it's been breached, then no wonder the station fell. No other security would hold up to it.
Mm-hmm. No. I'd say the whole prepare for the worst, right? Hey,
Very
guys.
adept.
Yes.
Be aware there might be some nasty gribblies about, so keep away from any, I don't know, vents or any indoor, like plumbing or anything, any particular gaps.
Is there anything that Jones is actively
That's
sniffing
why I'm
right now?
literally saying it as the time. That's why she said it, because she's definitely not spotted that Jones is doing it.
To realize that he does. He does get a couple sniffs in, and then like departs point ball and like starts strolling over to the group. Actually, starts
Okay.
strolling over to the point because you're there apparently.
I'll also stroll over to the group. I will look up. Was there a vent up there?
Yeah, there's a vent up there. There's a
Okay.
couple vents around this room. They're quite small. Like maybe puppy dog sized.
Alright, yeah.
They wouldn't be. They're small enough for a small creature to squeeze through, but not enough for a medium creature to actually get into.
Yeah, they don't want to compromise
Okay.
security, and we're in a space station, so you make a minimum as much as possible, right?
Yeah, and you still need that airflow.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But as Jones is coming over, you can see there's a kind of distracted look on his face. His eyebrows are furrowed down as he's trying to think about something.
Okay there, bud.
Yeah.
What you thinking?
Well,
what you thinking
no.
about?
It's peculiar. Peculiar. Why is it peculiar? Ah, I know. It smells like mind flare.
Ah,
Ah,
A live mind flayer or rotting mind flayer?
Well, I don't smell death on it. It smells
Okay.
like mind flayers smell.
Okay,
okay.
cool. That's really good.
Everyone, keep holding your brains, and I put a tinfoil hat on.
Oh, no problem. They poison our brains during basic training.
Ah,
That's actually quite smart.
Hey.
I get that. Anyway,
rest of us haven't gone through basic training then. So if you had a tinfoil hat, put it on.
it's,
I had one in my inventory for some reason.
don't. I
Wonder.
remember why. It's a tinfoil hat that we made out of twisted silver, so it would help against the mind flayer stuff.
Oh, so it's actually useful.
oh,
one.
that's what we were
Actually,
wearing when we found
We made
Blob.
legit twisted silver tinfoil hats. I remember making them.
Because there are
Alvina's
ghosts and
got-
psychic entities in here.
Yeah, Alvina has one on her as well.
Things can
made
read
it-
your mind.
Yeah, we made it
Wonder.
for the the going into the base because of the void problems. We said, will a tinfoil hat do it? Made of twisted silver, so that's where we used all of our twisted silver, because most of it's in Lou and the rest is in us. Or in our heads.
Wanders over Alvina and taps her on the shoulder
Yes?
and does this. Almost tapping them on the shoulder. Goes, you can lead the way. I feel luck's on your side.
Cool.
What the fuck is this spell?
The good luck spell. She was reading the other day. It's like, that's just kind of cool. I am basically just lucky, essentially.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's a cool spell. It's concentration. So.
Yep. That's why I'm tapping you.
Yeah.
He's
So-
done it in a way that he's not really. He's
Didn't
doing it
use
in a
about
way
the
that you
traffic
didn't
lights.
notice that he'd done it. Basically,
He just
is
tapped her.
I think
He
is-
just tapped her on the shoulder and went, "You can lead the way." I was like, "Ah, cool. That's the point."
Fine, that's fine. Well, before you lead the way, we're gonna take a first break there because it's past 7 and I've run out of
Yep.
water.
That is fine.
Before we
Nope.
get to the first obstacle in this arc, what the hell are these crystal webs?
Yep.
And
We'll be
that's
back!
Mostly the reason I tapped you with that, because it's like luck falls in your favor.
Yeah. Alvina's lucky. Honestly, zombies are pretty good. If we get you Warcaster, you're a damn good person to get to do concentration spells because you don't get hit very often with your armor class. And you've got pretty good con from reserves, right? So.
Yeah. Well, my con save is +10.
Yeah. That's what I'm meaning, because it's just nice to have, right? But so having advantage means you're less likely to roll bad, is the main thing for having Warcaster. And you can cast with your weapons out.
Some kind of trick.
Oh, Gunner. Fifth of them.
That's what we need to get you Warcaster. I know you don't have it yet.
I was just having a look through my feet.
It's fine. It just means at one of the higher levels, because we've still got a couple of feet levels left.
Yeah.
I think 16 and 19 are our next feet levels.
Oh, there's also, I think there's at certain points I get those extra sort of things. I can make new weapons.
You can make
I'll
new
move.
magic items, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that any of the ones that do advantage on con saves are in your setup though. Because they're all very good. Like any advantage on save gear is pretty hefty. I know that your highest level stuff that you can make is like Belt of Giant Strength, like the baby Belt of Giant Strength that I've got.
I currently have one on.
Yeah.
I have the plus. I have a
plus one.
21 strength.
So the
And,
reason why Alvin is doing this quest is because they're gonna get me a better one, basically.
Currently, I'm geared with. Let me see. Inventory. Belt of Hill Giant Strength, Cloak of Protection, Ring of Protection, my +1 thingy tool, and a shield. My shield
What shield?
also.
Oh, it's the void. It's the repelling shield. It's not a +1
Yes.
shield, is it?
I've got a normal shield, but I get extra because of my character, my specific one, for just
Yeah.
having a basic shield.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm setting it basically 25 base armor.
Yeah. Alvina is sitting at a comfortable 18 armor.
Well, my saving throws get even more ridiculous as I reach level 20.
Alvina's currently in effectively full plate in her underwear, essentially.
And I can.
Because I've got barbarian. I've got the barbarian Dex plus con equals AC, and I've got +1 for dual wielder, and I've got a the not actually magical cloak of protection on.
Thing we want.
Yeah, the technological one. Combat cloak, that's what it's called.
I can add a 5 with my wings. So you're any of your one's AC within 5 meters of me. Well, 5 feet. 5 meters.
5 meters, much shorter. Alvina's gonna get that one eventually as well.
We just stack enough armor on me that even the gods are like, why can't I hurt him?
I saw the butcher's attack rating without a pluses to hit weapon. So, dude, for reference, hits Alvina's AC by a significant margin with a natural 1. So, it's fine. Zorma is not going to be the one fighting the butcher. Let's be honest.
Okay. We'll eventually get Zormir up to +18 armor on top. What's your armor class? I don't know. You tell me. Impenetrable.
As I said, it's fine. We're not. Zorma's not going to be the one fighting the butcher. Alvina is.
I'll just tank all the other guys.
Yeah, you deal with the ads. You deal with the ads, which will probably show up.
All the ads are like, why can't we hurt him?
Can't hit him.
Yeah, do what you did in the last fight with the gods, where the butcher was. Come on,
Avoid the
boys.
butcher?
I'm not linking up with Alvina.
No, you don't.
Nah, I wasn't meaning about the linking up. It was meaning about your plan. Like,
Oh,
I'll
commit
take
suicide?
all of you lot on. Come on.
Come on, if you think you're hard enough.
Don't do that to the butcher. Let Alvina fight the butcher.
Nah, I
He's
mean to
built
the
for
add-ons
this.
like you did before.
Yeah.
Come on, bitches. Think you can take me?
Cling, cling, clang, cling, cling, clang.
Yeah. That's it. Zoma's built to take lots of weak enemies. He's great. The one big enemy is gonna destroy him though. That's what we're gonna do.
Unless I find some way to soup up his armor to
No,
luck.
it's the bit with armor builds in 5e. You're great against like spods. The big boss enemies will pretty much always crack it. So, because you can't get the armor past a certain point.
We could send somebody through the air duct if we wanted to.
We could send fuck you at a very slow speed, but I still think it's worth it.
There's 2 of us with enlarged reduce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
I
don't
don't-
think it's worth it.
I think just going through is probably best at the moment.
Yeah.
That was just an idea if
Because
we had thought about it.
Because it's a small creature can squeeze, that means it's a size tiny area. So we can send fuck you comfortably in there.
Well, that's what I was
with reduce
thinking.
on.
Get the smallest party member.
Yeah, problem would be, if we were to go through the vents, we'd be at best in single file.
I was just meaning like one person go through the vents.
Yeah, but then they're gonna
It's
just
okay.
get killed by the monsters, is my thought.
It's okay.
But it's gonna be fuck you. He's immortal, so you know.
Yeah, he's immortal, but I don't think we want to test that as much as possible, right?
It's okay. We've got the luck on our side now. Alvina's got
Alvina
this.
has luck on her side.
I just like that I've just tapped you into doing this, going, no, you've got this, go forward.
Alvina's gonna
believe
go first
in you.
anyway, so it's kind of it's fine. Alvina's gonna go first either way. So.
And if you end up in a situation you're running through a crowd, you're still good.
Sure,
I mean, you don't want to be in that situation, but
Yeah, so the good thing
I've
is
got
even if
I've got a suspicious feeling there aren't going to be any crowds in this abandoned station.
yeah, but crowds of spiders. Even if they all try to attack you, they're at disadvantage even if you're running past them.
Yeah, which means that for Alvina, they're usually at neutral.
Yeah, because you're recklessing.
Of course not. I'm a barbarian. If you don't use reckless, you're not playing the class right.
Yeah.
It's a high Nix, by the way. Hello, everybody who's joining into chat.
Hi.
Good day, everyone.
Since we get a
Or
chance to
night,
talk-
depending where you're watching from.
Once again, I will do that. I will show this every single time. It is currently September, so so subscriptions are slightly money off. Also, I did put a new gifted subscription alert in. So if anyone wants to make me pretty much shit myself in the middle of a random encounter in this game, there is an option. You can just pay money to do that now.
Nah.
If it was Jamie, then maybe.
Nah, I changed
Halfling
it
range
to
if no.
a halfling range of no cake. True. The hell happened to Chris, by the way?
He just went for water.
I
And
know,
he's
but it's
got
been
tripped
quite a
up.
while now. It's been a solid.
He's probably
Well,
been captured by crows, so.
It's went
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, Crow's been out today, so
Oh,
went for-
fair enough then.
They went for water and they've been caught by the water gods. How
Mm.
dare you steal the? How dare you take that water?
At least not without paying for it.
Yeah, behave
yeah.
well on this particular mission, everybody.
Yeah.
At least behave moderately okay. Let's not piss this guy off.
mm,
Yeah,
Also-
Shenanigans after the mission, exactly.
It also means that I'm gonna be away for one of these days as well, because I'll be away for the.
Yeah, for the social.
Yeah.
I won't. I'll be here the whole time. You'll have to put up with it.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I am here the entire time up until December.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
guessing
there's
you're
a
looking at the social as well next.
Wait till she responds. Anyway.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
my availability around the end of October is weird, but I've not checked which ones are Fridays, so
Yeah.
Into chat, set. Fair enough.
I am back. I got
Welcome
distracted.
We can tell.
Water
Um,
gods attacked you, didn't they?
forgot to tag me. What is the end of this? Is October? Because I know Thursday's out. Is Halloween.
Oh no, this
Friday
is
is the first.
this month of September.
Yeah, we're currently in September.
we're currently in September.
Yes.
And I will be away at one point for November.
It'll be first of November will be the November session. So not
22nd.
We can work out scheduling later.
Exactly.
The 1st of November, the Day
Yeah.
of the Dead.
What are the-
Oh, that's great. I may actually take the first Friday off after Halloween. That way I can just sleep in. Not have to worry about prepping a session.
That's fair.
I'll figure that out later. Like I said, we'll just get in later. Welcome back. We have crystal webs lining the corridor, creating a little web wall. And it looks as if some of the interior of this web, where it connects up and makes little squares or triangles, have been filled in with more web to the point where it looks like little glass panels between the webs hang there in suspended animation. Almost effectively like an art installation. What would you like to do?
I'm going to look at it first with my eyes.
Yes.
See if I spot anything weird.
Yes, look with your eyes, not your hands.
Do I have advantage?
Nothing in addition to what I've already described.
Can I come up and have a
plenty.
look?
Yes, give me an Arcana check.
I understand.
That'll be a 34.
Boom.
Fuck.
34?
Is that
That's
nothing?
nat
There
20
we
as
go.
well. That's a nat
Nat
20
20
as
as well,
well,
yeah.
yeah.
Fucking Christ. So you're all experts in your fields today.
I'm not. Apart from reading.
You rolled a
apparently.
24 reading, yeah.
I got-
Apparently reading's one of your expertise now.
Ah!
Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Alvina
I know.
hasn't-
I'm gonna add it to the list.
No.
Literate.
Fuck.
Oh god.
No, well, yeah, read your name titles. Yeah, you have to be literate.
Is that I'm still scrolling by the way through to try and get to the end of my name.
Oh god.
The point as you're looking at it, this is definitely Arcanite. But obviously it's has a for the most part a transparent structure. A couple of the panels does have streaks of color in it, almost like stained glass. But for the most
Okay.
part, it is a semi-transparent. It's quite a thick of type of glass, so it distorts the light quite a lot to easily see it, because it's quite obscuring the actual light the crystal itself. However, as you're kind of staring at it and trying to identify it, it doesn't look like any form of Arcanite you've come across recently. It's not quite Fool's Arcanite, which has a much weaker shine to it. But also, it's not the same Arcanite as the crystal arcane chips that the Arc table uses, which is a processed Fool's Arcanite. This one seems to have a much more organic, natural, cloudy, obscuring coloration to it. And it's definitely got a organic pattern to it. So it's more web-like than crystal-like, from what you can tell, at least just from visual observation. But you still get the feeling you should be cautious with it. As you know, Arcanite itself isn't inherently magical, as in it doesn't give off effects or anything. It only channels magic and modifies the magic being channeled in it, which means if you can still encarve a arcane circle in it in order to cast spells and make magical items, for example. But it's unless you do that manufacturing to it, and at that point it's the symbology that's actually casting the spell through it, not the Arcanite itself.
Okay.
The Arcanite's just acting effectively as paper to whatever ideas you have. The paper never comes pre-filled in nature. And as you're looking here, it doesn't, as far as you can tell, you're not seeing anything you recognize to be arcane symbology. And yet there's something in your senses towards it that still warns you to be careful with it. Especially with doing any magic around it, and especially putting magic through it. You don't know if maybe it does. You don't know what the effect could be if it channels magic.
Okay.
So you should definitely stay away from it.
Yeah.
So any magic
Every-
users that may be here,
Yeah, I was on.
They-
We don't want to do
Everyone.
magic near
It's
this.
always glowy off us all.
Point.
uh,
Do you think it would be weird if I hit it with a magic weapon? Do you think that would cause something weird?
ooh,
I wouldn't risk it. Have you got a non-magic weapon? If you don't,
it's
I do.
Alvino, so probably not.
I have a crowbar.
I've got a few daggers.
If you can, like, keep it in one piece, but like sawing down the side, that'd be great. This is fascinating. I want to study it. But
Also, Paladix. Alvina's unarmed attacks are magical.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, no, my multi-tool is probably also magical in a low-key way.
Yeah.
Forms of creation clearly.
I have my gauntlets on, and I'm Alvina. She's literally just pulsing with magic at all times. She's literally glowing.
Are there any gaps around this at all?
I can make
Like very very small ones, but it is quite like a dense spider web wall. So
Okay.
you can see through gaps in it for the sake of teleportation magics, but not enough for a human to weasel their way through.
I was more thinking if I create a small saw, can I just like saw away at the edge?
Well, you create it. It's a magical item.
If you're making it
So I
magically,
simply
then...
checks the words. As an action, you create one non-magical item.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's conjuration.
So I have to
You're,
wait
you're
to do it, then
using
do it, come back.
magic to
I was gonna
make
say,
it.
fuck you, hand me one of those knives, I'll see if I can cut it. We'll just see what the
Actually,
interaction
yeah, we
is.
are in a bar. There might be cutlery around.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll
Good.
hand over a couple of my daggers.
Yeah.
Stand
Mhm.
back.
I think the tables are non-magical if we really need to make a haul.
It's D4 as a dagger, right?
D4 plus. It's a finesse, so strength or dex.
Strength. I'm going to use it as slashing. I know it isn't technically normally a slashing weapon, but I'm going to be cutting with it, so I'm assuming it counts as slashing.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have a
Yeah.
particular thing against any of the physicals.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
That should be right. Okay, so Alvina is going to try
Hey.
cutting it.
Al, you know that really beautiful crystal spider put in with like orange back,
Yeah.
striped stuff? I don't suppose there's any images of that without the hat on the leg.
Without the legs.
Yeah, if you look at the picture, there's legs in the background.
Oh,
I
but-
know there's this image if you want it, Chris, that I've got.
I literally just found that on Twitter. I was just browsing Twitter and went, "Oh, that's exactly what was just described." I can crop out the legs if you want.
Yeah, I was just thinking of this, like, how easy would it be to make a token out of that? Because I love
Oh,
that. That
I can
spider.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you do that? Can I want to
Yep.
use that for when the
When the
arachnids
inevitable happens.
eventually show up? Yeah.
Because Alvina is very prepared for. She knows what spider webs look like. She's got that much going for it, and she has been hearing the scuttling the entire time.
I think
do you want to roll
Point
an
has the
attack
same
or
idea.
something?
Like spider webs, but instead of detecting movement, it detects magic.
Yeah, Chris, do you want me to roll an attack for this?
Yes. Because it still has a. Glass still has an AC.
29 for 13 slashing damage. Also, if this counts as an object, that's 26 slashing damage.
It would count as an object. Yes.
Yay!
Let's see. Crystal glass has an AC of 13, so you hit it. For sure, unless you roll a 1 or a 2, you hit it. And it would count. This has actually got a resilient nature to it, but it still effectively counts as small, so it's got like 10 hit points. So
26 breaks it.
yeah, it's glass. What do you expect? Even if it's
Yeah.
thick glass. I mean, to be fair, when they say glass, they mean like tempered thick glass, and not like regular glass and or reinforced fucking car windshield glass.
It's not bulletproof glass. It's basically like breaking both layers of a double glazing at the same time, kind of tough.
Yeah.
Glass.
But yeah, with it, you easily kind of like put down, and obviously you can't really like saw it. But as you attempt to just slowly increase the pressure, it does just brittly snap.
Yeah.
As it kind of causes a cascading effect of like a couple other strands just kind of feel the vibration of the pressure, and a couple more of them kind of crack and snap. As it's got it's got the sensation of what's the word I'm looking for? Like some sort of rigid, sticky paper. That
Oh,
when
I know
you
the kind of stuff you're talking about, like that.
yeah.
That like toughened foam that you can put as padding for stuff, really, when it's actually attached to something.
Maybe, but as you kind of like drop it, like unlike actual web, it kind of pulls down. It's effectively as if somebody just made a bunch of black tape. What's that called? Duct tape. As if somebody's like made one like a duct tape webbing.
It's kind of
And
like
as you
it's kind of like bungee cord, almost.
well, not quite bungee cord. I was more like if you just like literally did a bunch
sticky
of
mesh.
yeah, like a sticky mesh tape.
Ah, okay. I get you.
So like duct tape.
Yeah.
And like as you kind of pull it away, it's got that kind of crinkling sound to it as it starts to like crease and crack the rest of the
Virus.
webbing. But it's surprisingly like solid rather than webby. So rather than just like washing it away, you're kind of like peeling it off.
A bit like
That makes
pirate
sense. It's made of
paper,
crystal, right?
One thing at a time. What's that, Bob?
sort of papyrus kind of type paper. Like
Yeah, I
It's
mean it's
like
like to be fair, duct tape is kind of what I'm thinking of. Like, you know, when you're like peeling duct tape, like a multiple, like lots and lots of layers of duct tape on something, and you're just like peeling it off, it all kind of like is
Comes
slightly more
up in-
solid than you'd think.
Yeah,
the duct tape webbing, but the brittleness of sort of papyrus.
Yeah. Actually, don't know how brittle papyrus is, but I'll take your word for it.
kind
Uh,
of.
yeah,
Hmm.
it kind of, if it dries out too much, it becomes completely.
Yeah, so it's got this combination of somehow both fragile but also not fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say it's imagine webbing made of crystal would feel like, so it makes sense.
Yeah. But yes, as you do, like a segment of it just kind of like breaks away, cascading out until it kind of stops. You can see a couple fractures here and there of some of the medium distanced webs. But it looks like the pressure of the force has subsided, having broken several circles effectively around the spot you were cutting. Would you like to continue?
Yes, I would.
Nothing ill has happened. It just kind of breaks to the floor.
I collect some of this for later study.
That's it. I'm assuming that's
Alright.
what point.
How are you collecting it? What are you putting it in? What are
I
you
think
doing?
I'm just taking like a bit of cloth, just wrapping it around it. For now, just
Okay,
putting it in my bag.
you're effectively going full Yellow Arcanite protocol on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have enough experience to know how not to handle Yellow Arcanite, which is obviously explosive to magic. So I'm going to assume you can handle this without getting magic on it.
I smashed through another second.
Using my hands.
Yep. This is effectively like 5 foot by 5 foot segments you're doing here, so this will clear the rest of the corridor.
Yeah.
As you just like slowly kind of just get rid of all of it.
Mhm.
It kind of like crumbles to the ground. Obviously points collecting a little bit off it next to you until eventually it's removed enough that you can kind of step over a little pile of it on the floor.
Armor wanders over with a table in his hand, going, "Oh, we're not going full ball then. Shall I put this table back?"
Yes.
Okay.
So,
And that was
but we all
Abby that
keep
said
this-
that.
Mind if I keep this knife for a little bit, just while we're in here?
Put the table back down
Yeah,
where
no,
I
I
found
need
it.
to cut through some more, and I'd rather not hit it with one of my magic weapons, considering what Point told us.
Yeah.
So someone remind me when we get to a place where I can get some equipment to get a non-magical machete, because also it might not be a bad idea to have that if we go to the jungle in the future, right?
Probably more handy to have a magical one.
We'll also have a non-magical one as well, because Alvina, if she needs a magical one, she can use her sword to cut through.
Oh, wait.
But in
Yeah.
case of more things which react weirdly to magic.
Sorry, Alvina, here. And I'm gonna hand you a hand axe. I just looked at my equipment and went, "Wait a minute, I got a hand axe.
Yep, that'll be on.
That might work a bit better, considering I don't think you like
My
small weapons as much. Hand axe might be more your style,
Yeah, it's
or
all
a
very
javelin.
good.
Or I do have a javelin, I believe, as
I
well.
don't think a javelin's gonna be good at cutting.
No, I've been using like an ice pick.
Yeah. Yeah, the axe will do. I have one dagger and Zome's hand axe. I'm gonna put...
Yeah, I'll keep it noted on mine for hand axe.
Yeah, I'm just putting it down so I still have them.
I forgot I do have some non-magical items still on me. I didn't.
Yeah,
get rid of.
the only non-magical weapon Alvina has on her is her longbow.
Yay!
Everything else is magical or magic adjacent. I wasn't really also wanting to just bust out the pyromancy in the middle of a wooden building.
No.
No, it's wooden padded.
Oh,
There's
it
metal
would
on the
have
other
been-
side.
It would have been
even
more funny to
still.
watch you target
And
shit
and the
the
floor is just
fire,
colored.
going-
panel.
So
All
it
the,
is nice wood paneling. We wouldn't want to ruin it.
you could shoot all the little art pieces with the bow and see how well your targeting is.
What am I looking at, by the way, Chris? Yeah.
Well, it looks to be some sort of Terran reality, but it's hard to tell from this distance. It's actually kind of mirage-like.
Do you want a moment? Quick check. It's well within range. I've got precise seeing up to 100 feet, Chris.
Yeah, well, there's a. You couldn't see
That
it past
was
the
a
map.
mile.
No, that's what I mean at the moment. So I get
Oh,
the
right.
fine detail even at this distance. If there's anything other than just it looks like a rip in reality.
Oh, it was more just the rip in reality. It doesn't really exist simultaneously, like exists and doesn't exist.
God,
So it fucks with your mind So it's not a case
Ah.
of you can't see the details. It's a case of your brain is failing to comprehend what you're looking at.
That's quite normal.
It simultaneously exists but doesn't exist.
I was going to make the joke earlier about, don't worry, I'm fine against mind players, but my brain's got plenty of space to dodge. So,
It's okay. You're lucky right now. You can do this.
I will put the axe and knives on my belt and continue forwards. Very much noting the extra webbing here. I'm assuming that's more crystal webbing, right, Chris?
Yeah. Technically, it's around a corner and therefore out of your line of vision.
Oh, okay. I thought because it was in and maybe a little bit around the corner. Fair. Okay, Alvina will look down the corridors. There's a dude!
As you come into what the fuck even
This
is
room.
this room? Really should have thought about
I
what the
have no
actual
idea.
rooms were.
An
Oh, I don't know.
actual-
You know, it would be off the actual like commune room.
It looks like just kind of a waiting room because it's like goes.
Yeah, you know,
into
there's a couple
multiple
couches in
spots.
here, a couple bookcases. It's like some sort of like lounge, adjacent resting room to get away from like
Yeah.
the busier noise. It's the quiet room of an airplane.
Oh.
But anyway, there's a slumped down corpse, or what looks to be a corpse, just against the wall. It's not reacting. It's got its head hung low. You can already see pointed ears, like sticking up from long blonde hair. The hair's lost its sheen. And effectively, 4 more little like pockets of webbings along walls, or like between one of the bookcases and the walls and the corners, etc. As well as an open doorway out to your right.
Just
and a-
peering at the guy.
Doorway to your obviously straight in front of you, but there seems to be some sort of strange, blurry fluctuation in space-time there.
Just looking intently at the guy.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm looking for. Is there any like crystal growth-looking things on him? Just as a quick check, from what I can see.
Give me a perception check. Let's find out.
Alvina's seen a crystal disease. She doesn't know. F14's not that great.
No, although it's quite hard. You don't see anything like on their like slumped hands next to their bodies.
Nothing growing out of the hair or anything like that. At least.
No, nothing that you can see. You can't currently see the face just because of the angle that the head is hung down. And you do notice a couple of blood spots on their articles of clothing where it looks like there's a slash in their clothing as if they've been stabbed a couple times.
Yeah, I got you. Does it look like, say, from what I can tell, if I can see the actual injury, does it look like a? Because I'm assuming I've seen a giant spider bite before, right? Probably.
Yeah, probably, but to your recollection, it actually kind of looks more like a short sword.
Okay.
Or slashing damage. Or
Well, I
claw.
was imagining it like it's more just like a little horizontal line because it got stabbed into his belly.
Yeah.
So it is piercing.
It is still piercing. Yeah, I was assuming it was still piercing damage, but it's like different. Which it could be if there's crystal spiders. Could be like that. I get it.
Could be. They could have short sword-like feet.
Yeah.
Slash
Or I was-
hands, slash limbs.
Appendages.
Appendages.
Okay, there's a bunch more crystal webbing in here and a dead guy.
Okay.
Well,
I'm right behind you.
Elf? I know. I'm talking to the rest of them who are hiding at the back.
Oh, skirt. I'll have a look.
Seems safe to come up.
Cover me.
Sorry, I was still distracted by the webbing.
Oh, I'm walking it as well.
Well, they can
Check his
cover us.
pulse. One moment. I will check his pulse.
I'm gonna
Alive!
check.
Oh, shoot, it's alive. And I rush over and
Can I-
immediately put a heal into him.
Check the body for her. Over for.
1 second. The DM's trying to make a bookcase.
Yeah.
Bookcases, some couch. There you go. That's not bothering to do.
He's alive, right, Chris? Clearly. My medicine check told me he's alive.
Which is funny because he is alive.
Oh, well, he's now got
Fuck
9 more
yeah.
health.
Oh my god, I didn't think he was alive.
as Alvina.
Yes.
There's a 21 hit.
Yeah.
As you go to check that he's alive and you turn back to tell the rest of the party, the figure reaches up and grabs your arm and sinks their teeth into you.
Ow!
You take 1 piercing damage.
I hate that.
That's it. What would you like to do?
Punch him in the face.
All right, go for it.
I've got to find my unarmed attack. Give me a second. 26, 11 bludgeoning.
The figure slumps back, kind of like falls to the side, and just kind of lies there in a heap. Their eyes closed, they're not moving, you don't see any breathing.
That crack his skull, mate. Point.
At this
Maybe.
point, I arrive and do the healing.
Is it on me or on him? Point.
Mm.
Can you get... I'm concerned because the guy just bit me. Can you check me for any, like, zombie virus or anything?
I can have a look. I'm not a medical doctor. I just have a healing spell. How would I have a look? Would it be medicine?
Well, it depends. What are you looking for? Are you looking for something biological? Are you looking for something magical? Or are you looking for something, of a supernatural, like, curse element-wise?
Oh, I'd look for curse,
Then that is a religion check.
which I didn't get better at.
You can get better.
I-
You really ought to.
Yeah, still 25.
I'd like to do an investigation on the mouth and see if there's anything weird about the teeth, as in
They're gone. Because I'm gonna punch him in
Magical.
the face.
if there's any magical lingering, or something.
Well, that's not
Explore.
investigation. You just open his mouth. You succeed at that part. As you look at his teeth, they look to be regular elven teeth. If you'd like to see if there's anything magical about them, make me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I want to see if there was anything magical lingering on the teeth that might infect Alvina that they're worried about.
The spider.
Spider appeared. No. That's so great. Look at that. So good.
You're welcome.
So that's a big fucking spider, by the way.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna murder all of
I'm looking
you.
forward to it.
Just gonna go randomly plop this somewhere in the map.
Yeah.
No.
Make it bigger. But yeah, I'm assuming.
Oh, God.
There we go. That's the right kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's even one of the
Yeah.
legs is poking through the
Did-
wall.
Did the 25 religion find out that I'm infected with some sort of zombie virus?
Holy shit, you got 25 religion.
Yeah, 19 plus
They're
6.
all the 19. They're all the 19. Yeah.
As you're looking over, you know, you're just kind of like getting a feel for any necrotic energy, any curses or anything. You're kind of looking into the eyes and seeing if there's any swirling dark energy in there, or if Alvina is secretly giving you like murder eyes.
She's got glowing, burning red eyes. So...
Yeah, they're
Is that-
always murder eyes.
So, not having the bird eyes would be more of a concern at this point.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fair. You look around the actual wound, see if there's if it smells funny or anything. Always a good tell for curses. Do you have any salt on you?
Alvina does.
Yeah, say I don't. I know Alvina will.
All right. Well, would you like to try the old test of throwing salt in their face?
If you advise it, you're the doctor.
You say with Zormir right there.
You're
Not
the
that
doctor.
kind of
that's
doctor.
believable. You're the
Alvina?
doctor that's believable.
Don't flinch. Throw.
Okay, she doesn't even close her eyes.
Ow.
That's concerning, but I don't know if it's because of the bite.
Neither do I.
I think that's just Alvina.
Well, no smoke started to rise, so you're pretty sure they're not cursed.
Okay, it's not a spiritual curse.
But
It might still be
you're also,
poison.
you're also slightly concerned about what the fuck's wrong with Alvina.
That's an ongoing thing.
It's normal.
Exactly. Zormir, as you're looking at the teeth, you give it a little poke. You bring out some tools to test things. As far as you can tell, and to be fair, you're pretty experienced when it comes to looking for magical teeth. Who knows
Yeah.
why? There is no
Vampires.
Vampires.
vampires don't have magical teeth.
No,
They have
it's
supernatural
magic
cursed
with-
teeth.
Yeah.
That would be
Magical.
religion. Vampires also aren't magical.
They're undead. They're naturally magical.
Yeah, but they're not like arcane
They are not
magic.
arcane,
They're
actually.
all tombed
Are
supernatural.
they actually? I didn't know that.
Well,
They
yeah,
also-
because both vampirism and lycanism derive from Elder Curse.
I knew Lycan was. I didn't know vampire. Cool. Good to know.
I'll also give you a bit of reasoning there for this.
Okay.
He's seen Junior trap some of the vampire teeth just to get people when they try to check them to see if they're vampires with his artificery or something, like, so they don't speak about who they belong or things like that. He's noticed Junior doing that. There,
Well-
some backstory for you. Trap
Well-
teeth from Junior.
As I already got one of Junior's teeth. As point basically when there's nothing too crazy wrong. I mean, it's basically going. There's a cut on her arm now, right? Can we get pierced the skin?
Yeah, like it bit hard. There's a wound. Wow, there's like a very minor bite wound.
Little cut.
But it
Yeah,
did pierce the
Alvina's
skin. There's a tiny bit of blood.
Yeah, Alvina's gonna just like put a finger in, just see if there's anything like in the injury. If there's not, she'll just like set her thumb on fire and just like.
And
sear
to
it
see if
shut.
there's anything in this. Gosh,
It
of
rips
blood.
into her arm. Ah, there's a thing. Weird.
You have a look and you don't see anything other than obviously the blood. No, you've experienced a couple teeth marks in
More
your
than a
life.
few. More
you
than
know?
a few.
And you recognize it to be what it is. Like other than maybe some very small bacterial things, just naturally, it's probably fine. But the fire will take care of that.
Exactly. That's what
Mhm.
kind of I thought. Seal up. If it's-
Nothing out of the ordinary that would give you pause to concern.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
if I die horribly, that happens.
I don't know.
More concerned about you. Can I just examine this guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Examine
told me
the
not to
corpse.
flinch, so I didn't.
Oh,
Jones comes down and like sniffs next to him.
Yeah, if you die horribly walking off.
Jones-
Exactly.
Smells like mind flare.
okay.
As in, this is a
He-
mind
he's
flare
pretty
or
dead, right?
infected by it.
Oh, I don't know. It just has the scent.
Alvina punches him again. Does he twitch?
No.
Kit, I don't suppose you have a Revivify, do you?
We're not revivifying something that attacked us.
Oh,
Or
yeah, also,
someone who
did you know this
attacked
guy?
Could you lift his head a little bit?
Tilt
Alvina does.
his head up.
Lift his head a little bit, yeah.
One of us tilts his head
Uh,
up.
Do seem familiar, but I spent a lot of time away, and we did have a lot of rotating members. I think it might have been Gerald.
Hmm.
I only encountered him once a couple of years ago when we were both at the station between quests. As far as I remember, he's a bit of a pompous asshole, but still,
Not the type of
Was it-
person that bites someone, right?
he's still a. Oh God, no. Pretty sure he was actually a germaphobe in life.
Hmm.
Well,
At least
it's a good idea to bite that one then.
at least the bite isn't that infected.
Yes, but while he might have been a bit of an ass, it's still a shame to have gone out this way.
Yeah.
What do you make of those stab wounds? Any idea of what did him in?
Looks like a sword wound, but it could be something just kind of because there's these crystal webbing things. If there's some sort of crystalline
Well-
creature with pincers or fangs or something that could have punched through the wound like that.
I'll leave it to you. I'm just here to watch and observe.
Yeah.
Anyone know of anything crystalline creatures you've encountered?
Nothing what we've encountered in the wastelands. Oh, we've dealt some strange creatures. You know, like purple crystal worms.
Yeah.
But nothing of this.
You like
Who?
crystal? I'm assuming they've seen crystal golems or a thing. Probably from some weird crystally earth elementals in the past. But these look like spiders. Anyone heard of a crystal spider?
Jones and Abby shake their heads.
What? Fuck you.
Is that something one of the various
Where is he?
NPCs would have told us, or is that just Chris world building that I remember?
It's Chris' world building that you remember. Because
Okay.
they have shown up in past campaigns.
Okay,
Is there
okay,
any-
okay.
The party members,
Nope.
Alvina definitely not. But is there any chance for any of the party members to have encountered something like that before?
Not normally, not unless. No, because even in Copper they were hidden away because they're actually quite a very ancient. They're normally dormant and deactivated. And you found back in Copper in Mr. Brightside's tower, they were a very unique niche group that had been reactivated but didn't have a purpose anymore.
So yeah, definitely not. Well,
Oh,
we'll go assuming that there are crystalline spider creatures, I guess.
So yeah, I mean, anything that can make a web like that is probably something
okay.
But
adjacent.
Question.
what's this thing here? It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's confusing my eyes. It's going weird.
Oh yeah, I was studying that when Alvino asked for medical help. Just peer at it closely.
All right, make me an intelligence saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I know-
Saying that. Oh,
I was about to say, you said that. You rolled in that one, didn't you?
yep.
Do
Would you
it.
like to do
I get
anything
plus
before
10, I
announce the
rolled in that
results?
one.
Would you like to do anything before I announce the results?
Right in the data.
Nah, it's more funny if I just let
It's
it happen.
it's probably actively hurting Alvina's eyes. He's probably trying to avoid looking at it as much as possible after the
Mm.
you can see him from a distance. So
All right then. The point.
Yes,
As you're staring at, your eyes become strained from looking at it, and you feel this strange buzzing at the back of your skull as a headache comes on. You can feel the approach of a migraine as you continue to stare at it. And this migraine is going to give you disadvantage, or the headache you already have is going to give you disadvantage on ability checks going forward until you've had time to recuperate from this mental duress. Do you continue looking at the tear?
No, no, I look away.
Okay. You look away. You still obviously experience the
Ow.
minor headache, but it is not getting worse now that you've looked away.
Does anyone have any aspirin? Or paracetamol?
Oh, I've got something. Eat this.
What's aspirin and paracetamol?
Oh, must be from our own universe. Pain-killing medicine.
Eat this.
Oh, I have this this cocaine.
Point,
I'll
eat
eat whatever Alvina's thrusting at me first.
this. Cool.
It's fine. It's a shitpost.
Hell
They
yeah.
don't actually have cocaine. That
No,
would
it'd be
funny.
opium for that reason.
Opium, yeah.
It would be.
Yeah. Alvina just handed you a handful of red arcanite dust, by the way.
Okay,
Or just fed
It's
it
not
you.
gonna help.
with
That's-
the
that's
headache,
just
I just
basic chili
immediately
flakes.
put it in. Just put it in.
Yeah.
Oh god, spit it out.
Yes,
Eat
you were
it.
just the equivalent of just taking like a handful of chili flakes and just throwing them in your mouth.
Well, at least the pain's no longer just in my head.
Exactly. It takes your mind off it.
Ah,
What
I'm
my
gonna-
parents told me when I was younger.
I'm gonna take a step back. Don't look too closely at that. It really hurts your eyes.
Okay. What is it?
Did I glean anything from staring at it until I got a headache, or
It's
You
dead
did
back.
not. You turned away too quickly.
One fish.
Well, but no.
Like it takes a bit of time to actually study it. Unfortunately.
Ooh, wait a minute. It gives you a headache if you look at it, right?
Yes.
Lou,
Yes.
you're a robot. Maybe you can
Yes.
figure something out about it.
I forgot I was on mute. I started to say something.
Ah,
But yeah, from where Lou was, uh, I would like to assess him to see if he's undead.
that's what I was thinking. Also, by the way, I just remembered Alvina does actually know a type of crystalline monster, but it's definitely not these. She saw all the crystal dragon stuff, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Lou would like to use his eyes of the grave.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What does that do?
At first level, you gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of the undead, whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life. As an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected from divination magic. This sentence doesn't tell you anything about a creature's capabilities or identity. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier.
That is really cool, actually. That could. Is the thing pinging us dead? The dude.
He is.
Ooh.
He is categorically undead. And more importantly, Lou, as you are feeling around, you feel the presence of a second undead out in the corridor to the right where roughly Zormir is for the doorway.
Am I the only one that feels this presence?
Yes, because you're the one
It's
doing
your
the ability.
It's your ability.
Okay, guys.
Yep.
This guy's undead, and I feel the presence of somebody just round the corner who is also undead. So just be
He
careful.
stands up. Oh, also, by the way, because I want hearing this guy is undead. Yeah, his teeth aren't vampire teeth, right? You checked them, Zombie.
Yep, they're just
But-
regular elven teeth.
Cool.
No.
Well, just to be safe, Alvina is going to hit him while he's down once with her hammer. Just to be safe.
Just to be safe. Okay, okay. Roll me initiative.
Yeah, knew it.
Oh, that's quite funny. Got negative 2. All right. You see the eye as you're getting ready to attack. You see the eyes of this undead open, but you are already in position to strike down since it rolled a fucking 6 and will take the next 6 seconds getting up. To be fair, only Alvina needs to roll for this one because I'm pretty sure they're about to murder this thing. This is whether or not I could get a bite in before Alvina murdered them.
Yep.
All right, roll for attack.
Okay, that was the first attack.
It's got an AC of 8.
Hit it for 24 for the first one.
It has 22 hit points. You kill it. It is dead. It goes.
It was actually it wasn't that for damage. It was 20 damage because the two.
Oh, it's got 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
Get it again.
You whack it, but
Ow,
it's
again.
still crawling towards
Bitch
you.
slap it.
It goes limp. As you like fucking bat it halfway across the room, I imagine.
Smacks it back. It smacks into the wall. It gets back up. Smacks it back into the wall again.
All right, it's
Right.
slumped back down to the ground. What would you like to do?
Combo hit.
I'm actually worried that it might be a zombie. So what Alvina's gonna do? She's gonna use the quick switch thing that she can do. To switch to a different weapon. Because we know the thing about zombies, right? That sometimes they are really, really
Oh
stubborn.
yeah. Anything below like anything tier 2 or below, you just know as a party from experience.
Yeah. To bust out the radiant chainsaw just to make sure.
Oh my
Stay
god, I
down.
forgot you had a radiant chainsaw. It's so good.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That would do it.
Alvina lollipop chainsaw him.
More
Literally,
importantly, what would the rest of you like to do while Avina goes full zombie hunter mode and is just eviscerating and cutting up this old member of the Wreckingforge Society?
I'm looking to see where this other presence that Lou said is for this doorway.
Would you like to do so carefully
thank you.
or quickly?
Thank you very much
I've
for the
got
sub
the
to be paid. It's the
I've got-
gifted sub that's got the new alert though, but thank you very
I've got my shield up and I'm holding my weapon at radiant mode.
Yeah. Zombie! Got it!
Okay.
Okay.
Where are you looking? Are you going through the doorway or?
I step to the doorway with the shield in front of me.
All right. You look left and right. You notice on their knees, again similarly head hung, is the back of another body. They're in effectively a kneeling, praying position with their head hung low. You can see
Okay.
it in front of them. Oh, you also see this little wibble in the air that causes you to kind of strain your eyes a little bit as you look in that direction, just as you're forced to kind of divert your eyes back down to the body itself.
Spotted the other one.
Okay,
Will I go deal with it?
if you like.
Okay.
Can you do it quietly? My head
She's
still really
right.
hurts.
She revs
Uh,
the chainsaw.
I'm gonna step towards it and swipe it with my with my punch and basically try to hit with a radiant punch.
All right, roll attack.
Well, actually,
you
what?
also
Undead was
have-
one of the reasons I was specifically wanting a radiant weapon.
You would also have advantage because it is technically blind.
Okay.
Ooh. That probably would have happened if you stared longer at it point.
Hmm.
It's 37 radiant damage. The 23 was the better hit anyway, so just hit
Yeah.
the first bit.
Yeah. It also has this like a hood up, and it's got a little bit of like studded leather on its armor. As you punch it, it falls to the side. And you actually notice, first of all, it appears to be dead. You've killed it. Congratulations. One second, actually, here you go. Dead.
Yep.
Just to give you
Dead-er.
comfort. Deader. You actually notice that this corpse doesn't have his eyes anymore. And you notice that there are prolonged claws as you stare into a tabaxi-furred face. And it looks like he may have clawed his own eyes out.
Jeez.
Okay. This one clawed its eyes out.
What?
It clawed its own eyes out. It's a
I look around
tabaxi.
the corner briefly, see the other thing, and then just go, nope. Okay. Another one
Yeah.
of those void things in there.
Let's
Yeah.
not look too closely at those.
Why do you think I'm looking at the corpse intently rather than the thing wibbling in my...
I don't know. I'm staring very
Crossroads.
intently at Abigail right
Thing
now.
wibbling.
Sorry, Abigail.
Wibbly
That's-
wobbly.
That's okay. You know Jones is just staring at it, right?
Oh God,
Jones,
Jones,
you
no,
okay?
Jones.
Wait,
What?
Jones, you okay?
Yeah.
Not getting any headaches?
No.
Cool, what is it?
Basic training.
Don't know. Can't see through it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Alvina's looking back the other way.
Gonna throw a bit
Oh,
of
by the way,
debris through it.
Someone's
so there's
Someone-
zombies?
stay nearby me. I'm going to see if I can figure out what the damn thing is.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
he's
stand
gonna be
up.
insufferable if he gets a headache like this.
Don't worry, we can deal with it. Question. Should we clear out these cobwebs while we're waiting for Zormir? It's not a bad idea, right? Also, point, if you could do me a favor and check me for a zombie virus, I'd appreciate it. I don't know if that's a disease. I'm not medical.
I have no means of doing that, but I will have a look.
Weirdly enough, it's both. kind of depends. There's so much like, there's so many origins and causes of zombieism that
Exactly.
it generally could be all three.
Yeah.
Well, we've checked spiritual. Let's do
Biological.
spiritual, biological, and arcane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so medicine and arcana.
Okay, I'll
Well,
do
it won't-
arcana.
It can't be arcane, considering I found no arcane stuff in the mouth.
Okay.
That
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
mean
so
anything.
it's to be fair, you would probably find traces on it as well in the bite
Okay.
if it wasn't
These
a
will roll for
magic
both.
zombie. Cool. You're looking over, and obviously it's quite hard to tell without having lab equipment to analyze blood.
Hmm.
But from your best determination, you do not believe that it is bacterially transferred past.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have more flavor for that. You detect whatever would give your character confidence that it is not a virus or anything biological.
Yay.
Good to
The
know.
arcane one. But the arcane one.
And you also know it's not the arcane one.
Cool. Hey, there's a non-zero chance that Alvina being a pyromancer has made her immune. There's non. How do you deal with zombie virus in a lot of shows and things? Fire. Alvina is close to made of it.
I may
She's
be,
better.
be dropping the thing that was put on you to give me a better chance on this.
The
Oh.
synchronicity.
Alvina's, by the way, going to go and start smashing up these cobwebs.
Dropping
Alright.
With
synchronicity
the hand axe.
and casting enhance
Wait,
ability.
what health do they have? And what's the need to hit for the cobwebs? I have to actually roll them
Um,
still. I can't not miss.
Oh yeah, it's a DC 30. I mean, to be fair, I'm not actually gonna make you roll. You just, if you give enough time, you will just hit them and clear them out. There's no danger here.
Yeah, because
Um,
Alvina does a 10 plus d6 damage to them doubled. So I think she guaranteed destroys them with each swing of the axe.
Yeah, they've got 10 hit points per like 5 foot, and a 13 AC. You will just clear them out with like a section with each hit, unless you get really unlucky. At which point that's just more like a flavor of like you accidentally whoops and miss it
Yeah.
entirely.
Get the axe stuck in the webs because I hit it slightly off or something. It's
You actually like
going
hit through the webs and actually embed it in the wood paneling.
at-
And you're like, oh, I marked the wood paneling. Shit.
Yeah, Alvina's
Yeah.
going to spend some time cutting the webs and make sure not to get and telling point. You got to clear the place out, right? Because they're going to recolonize it afterwards.
Yeah, that's fair. You've been
Um,
clearing things out.
I'm dropping the concentration on that one and giving myself Fox's cunning.
Yep.
Advantage on intelligence saves.
Okay.
Right.
If you're gonna analyze it, give me a intelligence saving throw.
21.
21. As you stare at it, you feel the strain in your eyes as you attempt to pierce through this tear in what you can only perceive to be some sort of tear in reality. It's almost like what an unstable portal gate may look like, or some sort of planar tear could look like from your experience as an artificer. And as you're staring at it, you feel this buzz begin to form in the back of your mind. As it's getting harder and harder to look on it, you have disadvantage on all ability checks while this strain persists in your brain.
I
Would you
hate
like
s-
to continue analyzing it?
I hate to say, by the way, Zolmir as well, enhanced ability doesn't help your saves in any way.
Don't know.
Nope, it does checks.
We can retcon it back to having the simplicity for now.
Mm.
I'll still take the 21.
Yeah, I just I was like, we don't think it does saves, does it? I just checked. It does not
No.
do saves.
I thought
But
it was saves as well.
No, it's
Zormir,
only
would you like to continue analyzing and looking at the tear?
If it did saves, it would be a way higher level spell than second.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah. Although to be fair, isn't there a cantrip that does saves, like your next one for resistance or something?
No, it gives you resistance to Actually, no, there is one, but it's like
There is a spell called
it's the next one.
Resistance.
It's the next one this turn, I think.
Yeah,
So
you've
it's
got
very
like
quick.
mind spike or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
they're all-
it's added D4 to it. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It's D4.
I do have that one.
No, you got D4 to it. I know.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Alright.
And it's also concentration for a minute, so it's effectively like or it's effectively like guidance, but
Mm.
for
And it-
saves.
And the enhance ability does technically help you because it's giving you disadvantage on checks for looking at it. You've got advantage on intelligence checks while the spell is up, so it's neutralizing out. that.
To be
It's
fair,
not-
these are all saves anyway.
Yeah, fair.
All right, what would you like to do?
There's disadvantage.
No, it's disadvantage on checks. This is a save.
Yeah, if you're wanting to continue looking at it, make me another intelligence saving throw.
It's
Uh-huh.
still straight.
Okay.
You got a +10.
Yeah, you've got good odds.
Yeah.
Just that first one. Was
It's
a nat
not like you
one
can get a
and-
natural one with a +10.
Yeah, again. By
And
the way, 'cause you
I-
already did. That was his other roll. Was it that one?
So you're saying I should use resistance as well on it?
Oh yeah, if you have it, just gives you that extra
Yeah,
D4.
Oh, it's
Although it is concentration, so you will still have to drop the spell on Alvina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
It
roll
works
D4.
either way.
Well, actually, I'll go up to Zormir and put my hand on him, and I will give him a D4 so he can keep Alvina.
Lucky. Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
It's like, no, you don't need to drop
And
it. I got this.
I say
You gave me a
to Zormir, bless you, my brother.
Your siblings?
Thank you. This is very straining on the eyes, and
It's why I'm not looking at it. It's why I'm hacking
hurts
away
a
at these
little.
webs.
It does hurt. In fact, it continues to hurt as you can feel a throbbing pain at the center of your head now, and a ice-like feeling begin to creep down the back of your spine as goose pimples form on your arms underneath your armor, and you feel a little nauseous looking at it as your speed is halved.
okay.
Would you like to continue looking at it and analyzing it?
Push through, Zorme, you may as well. You got this, buddy.
Alright. I'll go for one more round to see if I can figure it out.
You're
Okay.
okay. You're an investigating guy. This is good.
And then we'll take a little break after your next roll.
I'll
Can I
be
lesser
right back.
restoration myself?
Yeah, I'll be right back right now.
Yeah, that should be fine. It's a mental strain, so yeah.
To get rid of my headache. Okay, that
Yes.
means I might be able to lesser restoration whatever the hell is about to happen to Zormir.
I'm gonna use my destiny and reroll that.
Okay. Wow, Destiny apparently is fucking determined. your fate.
Destiny did, apparently
Mm.
fucking did.
Jesus
me.
Christ, that just rolled
'Cause
the
even
exact
with-
same thing.
Even with the 4 often, if I get off a nail, that's not gonna help.
It's not.
Not-
It's not.
17.
I can't see you. I
So
can't flash you.
Zormir, the pain continues and intensifies. You can feel the ice kind of going, and you feel this dread begin to form in the pit of your stomach. You start to feel the shadows encroaching upon you as your vision begins to narrow, and the world seems to stretch in front of you, becoming a dark and, quite frankly, a little scary as you realize you're in the middle of nowhere in a universe that's not even your own, and there are things all around you. You can still hear the sound of crystal legs scurrying on metal floors and wooden walls. And as you do so, you almost begin to lose some of your courage as it begins to falter, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Would Lou recognize any of what was happening?
No.
Fair enough.
Zormir, would you like to continue looking at and studying the tear?
I'm back.
Okay, this one's coming to coin flip. I'm gonna say on a. I'm gonna.
Roll a d2.
Yep. One, I
Oh.
stay and do the dumb. Two, I actually
Keep doing it.
get.
Push
This
through,
could
Zormir.
generally be the death of you at this point.
One, I do the dumb and keep going.
Nah.
Two, I relent to the fear and move away.
What happened on the last check?
They failed.
Oh, okay, I'm
Also, they
continuing
rolled a
to stare.
13, and then they used their destiny and rolled a 13 again.
13!
Destiny has
Okay.
decided. You can do it
He's going
again.
to do he's going to do the dumb and continue, and
Oh.
is it disadvantage?
I'm
yes,
ready
this
to
is
catch
so
him.
It is at disadvantage again.
17.
Would you like to
And-
do anything?
Have a flash of genius, +4.
21.
Okay. And I'm gonna.
I'll
Do the thing again,
give
Luke.
guidance.
The resistance guidance.
Resistance.
Roll a d4.
A D4. 2.
23. 23 total.
23 total. Okay. As you are staring at the breach, you see a glimpse of something beyond it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what your mind can only contextualize as strings and knots in the string. Thousands upon thousands of them with the strange morphing dark energy all around them. And you see attached to several of these strings are large crystal spiders. They aren't moving, they aren't doing anything in particular. They appear to be inactive, just stationed on the line. And you see what looks to be a disturbance in the area. It looks like several of the lines have been destroyed. A couple of the spiders are floating in free form motion as they drift in this non-existent. And you see something deep in the middle of this vast cosmic web, this cosmic weave all around it. A drifting non-arachnid figure, a large hulking body that seems to have pale skin engraved with red tattoos. As you spot, before your mind recoils, the glint of what can only be described as hexagonal purple arcanite eyes glance towards you.
Okay.
Is it actual alternate reality, Alvina?
No,
And-
it's a void giant.
And your
stuck
mind
in-
recoils
Oh.
back as your hit point maximum is half.
Okay.
By the way, yeah, I forgot that we. Yes, it is very similar tattoos to Alvina because they're both red arcanite tattoos. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you only had Reckon Arcanite, and at the time you used it to inscribe the giant's body with the arcane runes required.
yeah, I completely forgot about that.
And I think it's a stone giant, if I remember correctly, that gets turned effectively into a void giant.
Yes. Yeah, it was a stone giant.
Yeah, so pale skin makes sense. Go. Just want to make sure
It's
I
like
got
grey,
that.
like grey, yeah. Grey.
Yeah, because I know actual biological void giants have purple, but I know this one was a fake void
DIY.
giant in a way.
It's a DIY void
It's a
giant.
DIY one, because it's just a stone giant given void powers.
It was basically like a golem, if memory serves. It was basically made
Is-
of golem.
Yeah. Zormir, as you can feel your life essence being drained away, your sanity slowly slipping as you stare at the very fabric of reality. Would you like to continue to stare at the tear and learn any additional stuff?
Do then the next one kills.
No.
them, heads up.
No, the next one has their speed reduced to 0. The next one
Next
kills them.
Yeah.
Zormir
Exhaustion levels,
His
yeah.
abilities are levels of exhaustion. Yeah.
I'll have you know, I've written it as psionic exhaustion. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. It's an exhaustion of the mind
That's what I
to
was gonna say.
comprehend.
Yeah, I was good. It's giving the effect of exhaustion, but they don't actually have exhaustion. So.
Zormir falling
Oh,
to
yeah,
his
they have
knees. That's the Void Giants in the tear.
Ah!
Ah,
How the hell do we get it out? Or do we just leave it?
And the
And-
crystal
Where's the
spiders
Oni
are
King?
in there. Whatever dimension that is, where they're in.
Oh, so the spiders are in a different dimension.
Yes.
Huh.
They, whatever they're doing through there, the Void Giants crashed through it, broke in some of the lines,
Webs.
webs, whatever they're creating.
Okay. Oh, good to know.
They might see us as a threat.
Well, I'm cutting away at all the bits in here.
I don't think we're supposed to be in that dimension. It's
What
ominous.
gave you that idea? What gave you that
Oh.
idea?
can we convince the giant to come this way?
I don't know. I'm not staring in there anymore.
Okay.
Quite frankly,
Would you like some heals?
I don't
I'm
feel
gonna,
so
I'm
great.
gonna pull Zorma in here and just sit him on the ground.
Yeah, I'll bless the restoration, Zormir.
Eat this, Zorma.
Is this your
Don't
red
eat what
arcana?
Alvina gives you.
It's not
Your
a red
red
arcana,
arcana.
no. It isn't, no.
Okay. What I eat? What he's handing me?
It's just like an
Um,
apple or
I
something. It's
remove-
trash.
I doff enough of the helmet that you see that I'm looking more sickly and pale.
But see, eyes are probably
My
like
muscle,
bleeding, aren't they?
my muscle mass is sort of shrunk down a bit, even for when I'm not in my bulky form.
It's mental exhaustion. So I'm assuming.
Yeah, to be fair, there isn't any physical ramifications other than like sunken eyes. You are more than welcome to bleed
Yeah.
from your eyes or ears. But it's specifically it's
Brain
such
problem.
a yeah, it's predominantly a psionic psychic attack
Oh,
or
it-
effect.
considering I lost half my health, I feel that he lost a bit of his
Well,
It's
no, no,
like
no. To be fair, that's a misconception of health. Health
Alright.
doesn't necessarily mean your
Mental.
actual vitality. Yeah, yeah. It's also like your ability to your luck, your ability to dodge, all of that kind of just simplified down. So
Mhm.
your health is halved in that you are unlikely to be able to avoid attacks as much. You're much more sluggish. You're just not really thinking. Your head is full of this fog cloud.
Lethargic.
After
You know, you're like the rest of us in real life.
yeah, I'm about to say
Mm.
I'm about to say, Bob, it's Monday morning of an LT event.
Yeah. You know, like
But
so you're
look,
just
Bob,
more
you don't
you're
get out of
just
bed.
you're just more likely to die in this state.
Ugh.
Statistically by half. You're twice as likely to die in this state.
Yeah.
My legs feel shaky.
Alright, well you do this little roleplay. We're gonna take a quick little break there because I actually need the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess. Mhm.
and then we'll come back to effectively do the little final segment of the exploration.
That was not something that you should stare into for too
Why do you
long.
think? Why do you think
I
haven't been
did
looking-
tell you so.
I thought I had the mental fortitude to stare into it long enough.
Why did you
Babe.
have that idea?
Babe, no.
What gave you that idea?
I put up with you lot.
Yeah.
And we put
you
up
lock
with you.
yourself You lock yourself in a room for weeks at a time.
Uh,
You had to build a robot to make sure that you wouldn't starve to death in your own room.
No,
that's
it
not
was
mental
case you
fortitude.
fell
That's
asleep.
physical fortitude.
No, that's idiot. That's idiocy.
Well, I think I'm still concentrating on that spell I put on you earlier.
Oh, thank you. What spell did you put on me?
Oh,
Synchronicity.
you're just a bit more lucky and
No, fair. Thank you.
maybe you'll have some luck and be able to pull that damn void giant out.
How?
I don't know. Use brute strength. That's how you do it every other time.
True. Ooh, actually,
Who can speak giant?
no, I can't.
I'm saying who?
That guy
can't.
over there. Pointing
Yeah.
at the...
But no, we've got to solve the problem on our own. That's the point.
But the
I'm
point
just
can
saying,
speak
you can
giant.
speak. There's
Nope.
a giant in the room.
No, I know. I know. Does anyone have a grappling hook?
I can make one.
Make us a
Also, I do have
grappling
tongues.
I mean,
Make
is
us
it
a
going to be
grappling hook.
long enough?
Well, that's what the rope is for.
Who has
And how
rope?
long's the rope?
All of us.
Yeah.
Hand me the rope. How much rope
I
do we have?
might not have rope anymore, having given it to you last time you asked for rope.
I have.
Oh no, 50 feet of rope. There we go.
There you go. There's another one.
Uh,
How much rope does Alvina currently have on her?
I have 50 feet of
I
rope.
don't.
All right, I've
I
returned.
don't have rope. I haven't had rope since the very start of the campaign that I gave you ages
Yeah.
ago.
I remember I bought some more rope at one point because my original rope got cut into pieces.
Yeah, my original rope went to you for us to bridge the gap to go around the things
Exactly.
that were.
Where it got sliced to bits.
Yeah.
Because where my rope went as well. I remember buying some. So we've got at least 2 ropes plus mine.
What
'cause I've-
are we up to?
Currently, Alvina is tying some ropes together with a grappling hook. Also, she's finished cutting these apart. Everyone in this room is gone for the webbing, but she's not cut out the ones outside.
Oh, yeah.
Currently, she is currently tied. Oh, I have 2 sister ropes. So you've got there's 250 feet, and I've got 250 feet on me. So I've got 200 feet of rope, and points made me a grappling hook.
And I think
Yep.
Blue's rope special, is it not? Is the repairing rope?
Oh,
Why
the
is-
rope of mending.
We could use your rope amending if you want.
Yeah, I've got the rope of mending and the standard.
Yeah, let's use the
50 feet.
standard for this. See, I've got 200 feet of rope and a grapple hook, right?
Is a rope? If you had a rope mending a normal rope, does it just connect to that as well?
No, it doesn't add together, but it will connect normally.
Yeah, you can
Still
tie
got
it.
the
So
top.
you can tie them together.
Part of
Yeah.
it will be mending, the other part will not.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't fuse into one.
Yeah, I
Then
was just
Alvina
curious.
will, basically, she has a rough gauge of the position of the tear, but she isn't going to be looking.
I'm also
Ooh, hang
going
on.
to-
Before you do that, I'm going to try one thing that might work because plot. Take that segment of translucent webbing I got before, hold it over my eyes and look at the tear.
Not bad shout.
You do so. You cannot see through the webbing, for it is milky and obscuring.
Okay, that didn't
Was worth a
work.
try. Was worth a try.
Yep, worth a try.
Also, this is
Also, I'm going to try just like tossing one of the pork scratching packets I picked up just through the tear.
Ah, yes, feed the giant.
Okay.
More seeing if it's actually a physical tear or just a visual one.
It's also a good thing that Alvina's going to be the one doing the throwing because they got the luck on their side.
That's what I was planning on. Because
Eat.
she's totally doing this blind.
All right. One of you, whoever Alvina, yeets the food.
I give Elvina a
I
D4.
eat the food.
The point
Uh,
eats the food through it.
The point yeets the food over Alvina's shoulder. Alvina sniffs it as it flies past them. It's got a salty, bacony smell to it.
Ooh.
Mm,
Would you like to do
hungry now.
anything? Would you like to try and catch the bacon?
In the mouth. Instinct. Pure instinct. Attack of opportunity.
Give me
with teeth.
a. Give me a acrobatics or sleight of hand check. I know it's technically your mouth, but sleight of mouth check, effectively.
Sleight of jaw.
Sleight of
Sleight
jaw.
of tongue.
You heard I was giving you a
21.
D4.
All right.
okay.
You do not find out the results of your experiment, for Alvina now has the meat in their mouth.
Ow.
Same difference as throwing the grappling hook in, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent.
Who is throwing the grappling hook? And I'm assuming everyone is trying not to look at the portal.
Alvina is going to be throwing a grappling hook through with her eyes closed. She is lucky because of the ability which Zormi has given me, which hopefully will direct it to, at least if it hits the correct area, the Void Giant.
So which tear are you going through? Left or right? Because Avina's in the
This
doorway.
I'm in the doorway because I'm going this way, basically.
Yeah.
I've been
Going
trying
for
to
the one
stay
that I
out
actually
of
saw the
line.
giant.
Yeah, Alvina's basically
The one that
trying
was
to stay
fucking
out of
Zormir.
line of that one.
Okay, okay.
As much until she's actually making the throw, basically.
I'm
Fair, fair, fair.
watching Alvina, not the tear.
I assume Zormir is there or something as well? Or is this
Oh,
like
have an inspiration.
Alvina put him in the room. Alvina put him in the room to calm down.
fair, fair, fair. Okay, you throw the grappling hook and you watch as it is arcing and sailing through the air as it just
Surprise.
keeps going. You have bardic inspiration as you hear the words of encouragement in your ear to the right.
Okay.
And as you do so, you both watch as the grappling hook continues to sail past until, well, actually, I mean, who's watching the grappling hook to see
No.
what it does?
No
Not
one.
Alvina.
Not one.
No
But
one?
we're listening for a clatter if it doesn't go through.
Okay. You
Or
hear.
unless it becomes taut, which would assume it's got a hold of something.
Okay. You hear a clutter of metal against metal.
Well,
What would you like to do?
she's gonna start pulling it back towards herself.
You do. You
Um,
hear the
gentle
sound of
tugs.
metal scraping against metal
Yep.
and kind of
I-
bouncing a little bit, I'd imagine.
Yeah, probably. Okay, she's gonna go.
I sidle up sideways to the rift. And just kind of stick my hand in it.
Did I do it?
Okay, give me a survival check.
Oh.
It's right, survival, it's tracking. It's not.
Ooh.
Goodbye.
You feel
I had.
something at your feet as you fall.
No.
Ah,
Do you attempt to open your eyes to see, to brace yourself, or are you going to let yourself fall
I'm
blind?
gonna open my eyes to brace myself.
Give me an intelligence saving throw as you stare directly into the portal.
Yep. I'm good at these sometimes. Okay, 20.
20? Your headache comes back. You have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay, fine.
And also a 6 bludgeoning damage as you smack your face into the ground, having tripped over the corpse.
Oh god damn it.
Okay. Alvina is continuing to pull the thing back. Does she grab the point with the grappling hook on the way back?
No.
There's a reason I went down the corpse side instead of the side with the grappling hook.
No, it wouldn't make sense. Eventually just like clatters across the ground back to you, and you pull it up into your hands. You feel the tip of like the metal grappling hook.
Okay, there's no giant on the end of it, guys.
Did it even go
Okay.
through?
No idea.
You know, I'm already here. I might as well throw something through just to see if it goes through.
Are you gonna
Like-
look back up at the portal?
Yep.
All right, give me an intelligence saving throw.
There's a non-zero chance that Alvina just missed. Isn't it?
Okay, that's a nat 20.
Hey.
And at 20,
Thirty.
you see
Jesus fuck.
You see through the portal, and you see the same thing as I described to Zormir. And as you're looking at it, an understanding comes to you. An understanding so reckless, so dangerous, it is likely to murder you. As you
I already
feel
knew that.
a sluggishness come over you, your head begins to descend into this cold, icy feeling at the pit of your stomach as you realize that all around you, the world is crumbling, that something is fundamentally wrong, that something is missing, something is lacking, something has been taken from you, and you do not know what. There is a hole in your reality. And as
Yeah,
you
it's
do
right there.
so, you feel your speed
There's two.
halved, and you feel that you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, I'm gonna look away now.
The void looked back at you. Is what a nat 20 is what that
Yeah.
tells me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go have a lie down. You guys deal with this for now.
Cool. Well, we can't get the Void Giant back. What a shame.
What a shame. But yes, you effectively have 3 levels of psionic exhaustion now.
Yeah. I'm gonna just have a break.
All right.
What's one more day gonna do to stop this?
I'll be 100 Kit Kat.
I eat it.
You
I open up
hear-
one of my packets of pork scratchings and just eat it.
By the way, you also hear a much closer sound of crystal on metal.
Yep. Did by any chance by this way?
Guys,
No, but you do hear a slight shuffling sound that way.
Okay.
ah,
Well,
Uh,
Alvina
do-
is going to start hacking away at this one with the axe. She's distinctly
It's,
not looking down that corridor.
did we ever check if Lou gets the headaches from looking at these things?
No.
I've not been looking at it.
Lou's been doing the smart thing,
Also,
not-
Jones doesn't appear to get the headaches at all. Maybe
Yeah.
Jones should throw the grappling hook.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. Hey Jones.
Yeah.
Can you
What? What is it? What is it?
Can you throw this
What is it?
grappling hook through there
Through where?
and that way? Alvina's actually pointing directly behind herself. Through the gap
Jones,
that way. And see if you can catch the Void Giant. This like big stone giant, kind of grey skin, red tattoos, purple eyes. Think you can nail it?
Okay, I can do that.
You got it.
you see
Here
that
you go.
guy?
Hands you the 200 foot of rope and the thing.
Wait, yeah, point. What?
I was going to say something, but I think you're going to do something stupid if I say it, so just do what Alvina says.
Ah, smart. Yeah. All right, give me the grappling hook.
I have.
All right.
I handed it. Keep hold of the other end.
Okay, and you want me to go in to the hole with the grappling hook?
Oh no! Throw it through and catch the giant.
What?
That's what I worried would happen if I said
You
fetch.
told him to speak to Alvina.
Yeah.
Wait, what distance do you want me to throw it at?
Wherever the giant is.
No, I meant on this side. Do you want me to get close to it? You want me to stay far away from it?
Not too close.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, I
You're
would
gonna
say
drag
like
him all-
a running
He's
throw.
quite tall, right? He's gonna be. I don't know. Alvina's not even looking. Alvina's talking with her back to him. So she
All
doesn't
right.
know how far he's gone.
Whoosh!
Clang, clang,
Clang,
clang, clang, clang.
clang.
Did it go through?
Go through what?
The weird portal thing.
Do you see a tear in that hallway in front of you?
See like a little wiggle in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Did the hook hit the wiggle in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Okay.
Try and hit the wiggle with the grappling hook, see if it goes through. If it doesn't, fine.
I feel uncomfortable doing that.
That's
Smart
concerning.
dog.
Why?
What?
What?
I just feel like I shouldn't look at the wiggle. It's making me feel strange. Like I
Okay.
shouldn't look at it.
Okay,
Don't
yeah,
look at the
let's.
wiggle. Got it.
Sorry, we thought you were immune. That's why we asked you to do it.
I am immune.
Huh.
Or at least I don't look as bad as Zormir does over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just
Okay.
all me. Lou,
That's
can you
not me
look at the
normally.
wiggle
Yeah, I was just
briefly?
about to say Lou
Or-
will.
Or can I ask
throw
Pointball to
it.
look at the wiggle?
All right.
And yes, I will be looking.
What is your intelligence saving modifier?
It is +2.
+2. And did you have dice there, or do you want me to continue to roll?
And I can roll the dice on roll 20. D&D
Yeah.
Beyond, sorry.
That's far too much screen looking. D&D Beyond never is quick to navigate.
Yeah.
It was more if you had physical dice and we're hoping to like actually roll them. Or anything.
And I do.
Oh, you do? Because like
Hell
a 2d100, you're not gonna have the dice for. So I was like, just, I'll do it. It's fine.
No.
But if you have a
Not
d20
for it.
there,
Weirdly, I actually do have a D200.
huh?
Yeah.
Fair.
They do exist.
1d20.
1d20. Roll that d20. Add 2. Let me know what it is.
That is 17.
17.
19
You
total.
get a headache. You now have disadvantage on ability checks. Would you like to continue looking at the tear?
No.
As soon as you get the headache, go away.
I guess Point Ball also gets the headache. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how Point Ball relates to this. Is Point Ball sentient yet?
Well, I don't know.
We don't know. That's up to you.
Does Point Ball have an intelligence score?
Pointbot has an intelligence score.
Alright, roll me an intelligence save for Point Ball. We'll let the dice decide.
I assume fuck you just get this instant migraine.
No, fuck you, it's fine.
Nope, that's a 5.
Does Point Ball know how to communicate you complex ideas?
Through
can dance.
mime and dance, interpretive dance.
They dance. How well are you at reading these dances?
Not well with a
Reasonably
migraine.
good, I want to say, having.
Okay, give me an insight check with advantage.
Okay.
So neutral for you.
Oh yeah, I still have disadvantage. That's a regular spin. Roll.
Yes, because that's just level 1 and you're at level
15.
3. 15? You're pretty sure you picked up the dance signs for, no problem, no status effect afflicted upon operations. I love
That's
you.
a hell of a dance.
Oh.
There you go.
I do a little hand heart back at Pointbot.
That's what your romantic robot does.
You also got a
Nice.
5 points on it, meaning that Point Bot might be like, no, dead for all we know.
No, Point Ball, it's
Alvina.
fine. He doesn't seem to have a status effect.
Hmm.
He hasn't been harmed.
Alvina, I have a really stupid idea.
What?
Throw one of the bodies at the tear. It's a bigger
Okay.
mass, it might actually hit the tear.
The horrible part, by the way. Alvina
Yeah.
knows there's a body down the corridor. She's gonna walk down the corridor with her eyes closed.
Yeah,
Now
give me a
this time,
survival
until she
check.
bumps into the body.
Oh god.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Take a D4, Alvina.
8.
Wow, you're supposed to be good at this
Okay.
one. Alvina, you trip over the corpse.
Okay.
Would you, as you begin falling, do you open
Found
your
it.
eyes?
God no.
Alvina just
Alvina
takes
will try
the
and
floor
combat
of the
roll.
face.
Alvina will try to combat roll out of it though, if you cool.
Ooh, give me a dexterity saving throw. And you'll take half of this if you succeed.
Nope. I didn't
You-
actually. I don't get to use my barbarian ability because I've got my eyes closed.
Yay!
You attempt to, but the floor is much closer than you thought to.
Yeah.
And you take 6 bludgeoning damage as you
Ow.
just elbow the floor, getting ready to go into that roll.
Ow.
You okay?
Yeah. Alvina is going to reach her arm out and grab the body by the leg.
You do so. If you're within 5 feet of it, you can just thingy around and grab it.
Yep.
Alright.
And she's going to swing it around upwards.
Uh,
The way she assumes the tear in reality is.
yeah, you do so, and it just keeps going, and I assume it falls in an arc behind you.
She's probably holding it, so she just slams it down like suplexes it, basically. It didn't work!
Okay. So we can't physically interact with it.
Also, by the way, anybody else guarantees here's a splat.
That
And
does
probably
mean we can just like.
crunching noises.
Shall we just walk through the first door over this side so we don't have to deal with whatever mess we've made over there?
Yeah.
So we have to walk
What's the
through
point?
them without looking at them.
Also,
Close your
Alvina
eyes.
Also, Alvina walks into the room, looks at Point and goes, Point, can I have some help? If you look at Alvina, she's probably covered in blood.
Okay. Fine, I'm burning through spell slots so quickly. Have a cure wounds.
Thank you.
That was a 3rd level cure wounds by accident, but
Congrats.
Damn!
Yep. you get 25 healing anyway.
I wasn't Yeah, fair enough. I wasn't that much down, but sure, I was only down.
Yep, I clicked the wrong
7.
button, but I'm sticking with it. Because I'm too exhausted to think about what level I'm putting into spells right now.
Oh, thank
Ow.
you.
Alvina, be nice to the point now.
I am always nice to the point. Except when they do really idiotic things.
No comment.
Yes, take the 5th on that.
Yeah,
shall we?
take the win.
Mm.
So Alvina is going to draw her normal weaponry and go down this way. With the TV.
Where are you going?
We're going this way.
Oh, there's a door down there.
There's a door down here.
So we can just appear to walk through those portals. We just don't have to look at them while we're doing it.
Also, by the way, just so you know, I can hear shuffling in here, so there might be another zombie. Is anyone coming with me?
Okay, someone go with them. I'm a bit slower.
Fuck you.
Same here.
Yeah.
Because
Me
what
and
can go
Poncho-
wrong with fuck you and Alvina?
I've also got, by
Korea.
the way, a worrying suspicion about those portals, but Alvina's not looking through them regardless, even though she's probably the best person to look through them if my theory is correct. I think I'm too stupid to get migraines. Genuinely,
You want to
I think
roll
it's in
low?
reverse. I think you want to roll low.
I still got
You nat 20'd, which is the worst thing you could have
no.
done.
I also
and got
nat 1, but nat 1 and got 11. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but still
If
on that
Alvina
one.
gets a nat 1, she gets a -1. Actually, no, it's 0 because I got +1 to saves.
oh god, there's no one in that room.
All right, let me describe what you see when you come in here. This appears to be some sort of armory. There we go, that's the right word.
Arsenal.
With arsenal in it.
Yeah.
First thing first, you see on the far side of the room, with a large, heavy crossbolt in its shoulder, is another one of these glossy-eyed, what you've come to recognize as psychic zombies.
Yep.
Embedded into the wall and just like occasionally just shuffling against it, trapped, unable to move.
Yep.
On the floor is a what appears to be a unconscious or dead person. It's hard to tell. Who's just lying on the front, with a small pool of blood around their exterior.
Cool. And obviously, see a tear, don't look in the corner.
See there, don't look in the corner. What would you like to do?
Something there? Does it look? It looks like there's something there. Is that like a table? Or something?
Who knows? You'd have to get closer to investigate. It's on the opposite side of the body. It's
Oh,
also technically underneath the body.
yeah, okay. So I can see there's something under the body.
Yeah, you can see like the lip of something, but
Okay. Well, Alvina is going to walk into the room. Chainsaw raised.
Were you
What's,
following them?
yeah. Why are you doing this? What's everyone else doing? Move your minis on the map. Lou, who would you like to be with? Who do you feel safest to go along with?
You say one of those people may be unconscious?
Well, I more meant,
Yeah,
do you want to follow Alvina into the fray or stick back with Zormir at a safe distance?
Because me and Point
I'm gonna
are
put you
very,
with Zormir for now.
Yeah.
very slow right now.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's
Yeah,
probably
we're
better.
taking our time.
Yeah. All right, Alvina. You enter the room. What would you like to do?
Well, Alvina's going to step up and swing the chainsaw down just as she gets into range.
Okay, go ahead and make me attack. It still hilariously technically has an AC.
26 for a lot of damage.
Yeah, you hit the zombie and you hit the landmine underneath the zombie.
Perfect.
Alvina just
Well, I
goes
think-
flying backwards.
Well. Shit.
Right, give me a dexterity
How
saving
much
throw.
damage
Luckily-
is this?
I can't
We'll find
see
it in a second, but you do have a chance to jump backwards with the explosion to kind of minimize some of it. Which is good because it's 106 damage.
Is it fire damage? by the
Oh
way?
shit!
No, it is a concussive force grenade or landmine.
Oh wait, would this have technically have caused an initiative roll? Even vaguely.
No, it's a trap.
Okay.
That's what happened to me at the end of the
21.
month.
21 would be. Yep, nope, that succeeds. You managed to just
Doesn't trap.
like,
Backflip out the worst of the landmine.
yeah, however you want to imagine this.
My friend.
You take 53 force damage
Ouch.
as you are just flying back And fuck you, since you appear to be in the doorway. I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from you as well, this time at advantage, because you will have a little bit of time before Alvina smacks into you.
That's a 24.
24. Just the moment there's a little tingle in your back as your goblin immortality senses kick in, and you sidestep behind cover, and you watch as Alvina comes shooting out and hits
Slam.
into the wall.
Probably cracking the wall because of how much damage I just took.
That's fair. That's fair. Do. You take 7 more non-magical bludgeoning damage as you smack into the wall and crack the wooden paneling behind it.
Would you like to all know something hilarious, by the way?
Half
Still
health,
over
yeah.
100 health. Still over 100 health.
Still over 100. Damn.
Yep. Ow! I unembed myself from the wall.
That didn't
That's
sound
smart.
pleasant.
You just heard a boom and then cracked. You're around the
What
corner.
Wait,
You
that,
saw
that's what
Alvina.
Lou was gonna do.
You saw Alvina go around the corner. I must say the rent existence disappeared. Damn. That was one hell of a landmine.
Yeah. I was like, I wanna do a little fucking explosion because you triggered the trap, and that's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Let's do free
You
hand.
said earlier that one of those psychic zombies had studded leather on.
Yeah, studded leather.
I would like to take it, please.
Oh, it's
Have
the
we
one
still
that's
not got
in
new
a,
armor back?
it's the one that's in a mulch over here.
You'd
I
have to
forgot
step-
about it earlier.
Yeah.
Don't wanna
Later.
go in there. Alvina, roll me a d3.
3. Oh, also, by the way, Lou, remember you're a sorcerer now. You can't. Actually, no. Yeah, by the sounds of it, you've gained 1 level of cleric, so maybe you can wear armor. Actually,
If you gained 1 level of cleric,
Yes.
pretty sure that's a cleric.
congrats. Okay, interesting. 1, 2, and I guess 3. Roll me another d3. This is a nested nest because this is a complicated one.
1.
1. Ooh. Okay. How do I want to interpret that? Ooh. Hmm. You know what? I'm going to let the players decide. Because I think that's hilarious. So here's the second mechanic of this whole thing.
Yep.
Those
Breach.
those twisted webs were actually connected back into the tear and could actually had one of the weave strands, or at least one of the non-dead weave strands, connected in amongst it.
Oh.
And when you accidentally destroyed it, you broke one of the weave strands in this localized area that was responsible for a particular rule.
Okay.
And this one was a weave strand from the gravitas. It was a gravitas strand.
Okay.
And in particular, it was one of the sub-strands that governs the laws of gravity in this area. Which law of gravity would you like to remove from the game?
Oh.
In this
shit.
area.
Inertia.
Okay.
Inertia. That's a lot of
Okay.
gravity, right?
For that, I'm just going to remove resistance.
Yeah.
Cool. As suddenly you all quickly find that everything is now entirely frictionless.
Yep.
Oh joy.
That sounds fun, right? That's immediately what I thought. That sounds hilarious.
Well, I guess being half speed isn't an issue anymore.
Nope. It is 0 speed because no friction.
And
Or
for simplicity, I want these to be really like minor micro rules that make up for thousands of different rules. I'm going to specifically just do this on basically main terrain, so I don't have to worry about you guys not being able to actually hold any items.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And also it's the closest like game mechanic. So it will only be the floors and the walls technically the ceiling, I guess, then, that have had their friction removed, so they are entirely just slippy surfaces.
Yeah.
Items, objects, people, they all still have it intact because that's slightly different strands. If you destroy a couple more, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What the hell? What?
But yeah, you all find yourself
God's will.
unable to. Effectively, you're all on ice all of a sudden.
What the hell's going on? What did you do?
I blew up a landmine.
And
You did
That's
what?
it.
A gravity landmine?
Didn't think it was.
Why
Alvina, by the way, is gonna dig her claws, because she's got them, because she's got clawed hands and feet, into the ground and try and like see if she can like get some purchase if she just digs in.
You
yeah, 'cause
attempt
you
to.
have to try and stand
And-
up still.
You attempt to, but you find that you just slip right
Yep.
past it. Because unfortunately,
Yep.
that's a friction reaction.
Exactly, that's what I was going. Oh, well, shit.
So you're unable now to damage hilariously the floors and walls.
Made everything technically invulnerable from concussive forces, at least, from any sort of physical damage.
How are we gonna fix this?
I don't know what I did.
What was in the room?
Weird tear, a bunch of cobwebs, couple of zombies, a landmine. Oh, also an armory.
Mhm.
Okay. Jones.
Yeah?
Do you
Yeah.
know of any gravity affecting grenades or anything?
Oh
Isn't it-
boy,
Uh.
do I! That was one of my majors back at the academy.
Anything that would do this?
Ooh,
No.
I've just thought of something, Chris.
Yeah.
Alvina's gonna pull out her gravity sword.
Okay.
Can she
Rever-
interact with objects with that?
I mean,
Can she
interact
like
with
put a
objects.
dent into the? Can she push it slightly into the ground?
Was that? Double checking the basic
Um,
laws of reality and how these are supposed to interact with each other.
Yeah, because another law of gravity. So I'm wondering
Oh.
how to interact with this particular one.
Why did I have to base this entire world based on like actual coding practices? And I gotta figure out which object interacts with what and what overrides what.
Yeah.
Technically, the sword overrides the base law. So yes, actually, the sword would have superiority when it comes to authority in this matter.
Hell
So-
yeah!
Since it still has its gravity effects, it is able to do that.
Cool.
And also
Okay.
because you didn't actually break the effect between the archons of objects.
Yeah.
So it still registers. That's fine.
So yeah, well,
Uh.
Alvina can move around basically because she's gonna be just like skiing with the sword. She's gonna basically be rowing around with it. Well, I figured out a way to move.
Ali, did you actually have to run it actually on 9?
Not on 9, just soonish.
No, but fair, we are coming towards that because that's a
Yeah.
really great
Yeah.
like cliffhanger of like I've
Yeah.
introduced the main mechanics of this arc,
Yeah.
which is psychic zombies, and oops, there goes gravity.
There goes gravity.
It also should be
That
noted
Hang on.
that these are just the laws of reality that you broke while here, and notice the difference. What
Yeah.
laws of reality are already broken in this area?
Yep.
Yeah, consider Arcanite. Bob quite thinks he knows what's going on. The character is not quite twig because he's not got enough information.
Mm.
I think I might have twigged a couple of things, but yeah.
Yep.
In the Wreckingforge base.
Yes. With that, that is where we're going to end for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Tune in next time as Alvina sets off more gravity. Well, it's not even gravity. More false compulsion.
Reality problem.
Reality problems,
More
but
bombs.
also just detonates more landmines.
Yep. Well, now I
Yeah.
know they're a landmine, so I'm gonna shoot them instead.
Mm.
That's fine.
Yeah, because that makes all the difference.
There's
Yeah,
actually a
yeah.
little
Yeah.
story as to why
Oh,
there's
there's-
really a landmine there.
Yeah. Other zombies in that room dead, by the way.
Well, not the one that was pinched to the wall. It's actually it's half burned and half destroyed. I'm pretty sure some of its limbs are come off, but it is crawling across the floor. By which I mean it is now sliding like a penguin across the floor.
Whee!
Because Alvina's gonna be rowing up to it with the gravity sword, with the chainsaw in the other hand.
Okay.
No, don't do that. If it's still vaguely alive, don't kill him.
Why?
I have a thing.
Okay.
Apparently they have a
Okay.
thing. But yes, with that, thank you all for playing. Tune in next time, and good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.